Yeah, girl is live. Welcome to the Backlash watch along, guys. I'm sorry that I'm a few minutes late. We're still 4 minutes away from Backlash actually beginning. But I actually couldn't log into the Peacock, so I had to take a second to log into the Peacock because I always just log myself out. I had the same problem at WrestleMania, and I could never for the life of me remember the password. And it's not my account either. So I had to go find out what the password was. But anyways, I'm here now and I'm ready and I'm excited for today's show. I'm hoping that it's a good one. Because I'm looking forward to a good show here today. So I'm feeling good. And if you guys can hear me all right, we're all good. I think you guys can hear me all right. I haven't seen any complaints, so I don't know why I asked that. All right, I'm going to start getting the audio going, everyone. So let's do an audio check because I know they're doing the pre-show right now. So we should be good with the Young Stitcher says the password is password. Honestly, I should do that because I just be forgetting the password. And our
that we saw from John Cena at WrestleMania before the Travis Scott chicanery happened. John Cena was
all right. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn off.
That same sort of style
not that this matters to you guys, but I'm gonna turn off the subtitles. Okay, how's the audio, everyone? Do you guys need this louder? Or is this good?
Alone to be able to get it done. Will we see
all right, let me know what you guys think. Okay, Anita Blackstone says it sounds good. Let's see. Scout Your Boy says, Denise, that lipstick is red. Oh, you know me. I love me my red lipstick. I love red lipstick. It's like my thing. Okay, Henry Kieran says good. Larissa says good. Okay, John says good. Oh, perfect. All right. We are 2 minutes away. They're closing out the post show right now. So as soon as they're done with the post show, we'll go ahead and get started with this show. I'm thinking this should be a quick night, to be honest, because we only have 5 matches, guys. So I'm expecting this to be a really fast night. So I'm not really expecting it to be a crazy night. I'm gonna shut up while they perform the Star Spangled Banner, y'all. So in case you're wondering why I'm quiet, I don't want to be rude now, so I'm gonna be quiet while they sing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets recollect the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
He rocked it. Good for him. Hell yeah. What great vocals. Alrighty, guys. What is up? All right. I want to kick things off by going into our super chats here. John Taylor kicks us off saying, Denise, I arrived precisely when I meant like the wizard guy from Lord of the Rings, Dumbledore, Salcedo, and Righteous not actually here, Reg. Oh, yeah. No, Reg doesn't show up for these. This is not his wheelhouse. So these are usually just your Denise streams. It's just me, oof. I don't know why I always have to throw that in there. But John, thank you so much for getting the party started with our first super chat of the night. I also want to thank John Steamy, who became a brand new member of the DWO. So welcome, John. Thank you so much for joining. Very, very cool of you. While we wait for the show to kick off, I'm gonna go ahead and start giving some shout outs to people. Let's see who's in here right now. We got Henry Kiernan, who says, I really like the 4 o'clock start time. I do too, actually. I prefer it over 5 o'clock just because I know that the night will end a little bit sooner. Let's see what else we got here. We got Tiger Claw Gaming, good to see you. Sex 6 Maxwell 99, Joseph Boza. We got Spike Hunter. Micah does it. Good to see you, Micah. We got Sick Boy in the house. We got Super Pro, Raphael Smith, Tanisha Hicks. We got Don Leckby Jr. We got Kevin West in the building. We got Scoucher Boy. Micah says, what does DWO stand for? Denise World Order. It's not that original, but I'll take it. All right. Obviously, Randy being in his hometown with a massive reaction because it's his hometown, of course, but still massive reaction for the Viper. We got Chris Holsinger in here. John Stamey. We got Bo Said Bo. We got Don, a.k.a. Smiley Girl in the building. Don, what is up? We got 6 Max on 99. We got Phoenix Elite 200. Super Pro, Chris Robinson. You know what, Chris? I actually think that the Gunther Pat McAfee match will be very entertaining. I don't think Pat will like fuck up or anything. I think he hasn't like had that I recall any fuck ups, in the past like that. And I recall his stuff being good, that rather than not good. So I think he'll be fine. We got Young Jay Nice in the building. Taylor Cannon. Tracy says, do you think there will be some surprises tonight? I kind of hope so. I'm not necessarily like banking on them, but I do hope so because today's pay-per-view PLE seems very, very straightforward in that I think I'm not really expecting anything too crazy outside of like my predictions. I feel like there's not going to be any real shocking wins. The only shocking win that I can honestly see happening is if Lyra retains her championship against Becky Lynch. That's like the only shocking victory that I can see tonight. Everything else should be, the winners that should be, as in like Jacob Fatu retains, John Cena retains, who else? Gunther wins, Dominic retains. So yeah, like everything else should be pretty straightforward in terms of the winners. But that's the only one where I could see a surprise happening. But even then, I'm not even too confident on that. We got Daryl McCluskey in the building. We got Louise A in the building. We got Stuart Bridgman, who got me this shirt. Stuart, this is my favorite shirt. I think about you every time I put this shirt on. I'm going to be honest with you. I love this shirt. And what do you call it? I was so happy when I saw that it was clean. And I was like, I'm wearing it today. I'm like, this is going to be my my Backlash shirt, even though CM Punk's not even on the show, but I don't care. All right, we got Melissa Cabello, we got LeVay Daly, we got Ben Fosse, we got Mike Parker Collects in the building. What's up, Mike? We got Lewis in here. What's up, Lewis? We also got Marshman96, who joined my Patreon, by the way, which is a brand new thing that I've started after having conversations with lots of creators about joining the platform, and it just seemed like a thing that I should definitely do. So I'll talk more about that as the night progresses, but I'm very, very excited about this endeavor, and I'm shooting content tomorrow for the Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of things you can do on that platform that you can't really do on YouTube. So I'm excited about that too. Just that kind of opens up a whole window of more content opportunities. So yeah. I'm very, very excited about starting my Patreon journey. Don't worry, you guys will hear me talk about that plenty of times. And Marshman, thank you so much for joining. We got Desi Baby in the building. Desi Baby, how are you? Always good to have you on the streams. We got Macflo says, what are we all eating tonight? I'm having pizza and Coke. I had chicken strips today and fries. I took a little nap right before this. So, oh, we're kicking it off with the United States Championship match. Okay, good. This should be like a fast-paced match. Yeah, I kicked the, I took a little nap after I woke up today. So I got home really late last night from New Japan Resurgence. I didn't go to bed till like 12:40, and then I woke up at 4:45 to get ready for Busted Open. And then so it was a very, very short window of sleep. So after Busted Open, I uploaded the interviews with Mercedes Moné, which is up right now, and an interview with Mina Shirakawa, which is up right now. And then after I did all that, I ended up taking a nap on the couch for like 2 hours. And then I woke up, and then I decided to to get some food. And then next thing you knew, I was like ready to be on here. And by then it was just time. We got John Taylor who says, I legit don't care about Backlash. I'm only here because of the watch along. Awesome McTuro who's that super chat. I think you missed some and some gifted memberships too. What? They're not appearing on my thing. What the hell? That's so weird. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to go on the back end. Because I'm only seeing 4 on here. So that's really weird. Okay, let me go look at that. Thank you, John. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull that up because I don't know what happened. Sometimes, depending on when things are sent, sometimes that can happen. No worry, it's an easy fix. Just have to go check.
Drew McIntyre has not held a championship since WrestleMania 40, some near 14 months ago.
Alrighty, I found them. Okay, let me see. Yes, McTaru, I found your super chat. For whatever reason, it wasn't on here, but I pulled it up on the back end, so we are all good. However, I don't see the gifted super chats. I could log in. Don't worry, I'll figure that out right now. I will log into my stream myself to pull that up.
Is livid that he is in a fatal 4-way matchup this evening instead of a one-on-one match after winning a #1 contender.
Dude, Drew looks good, by the way, with the green gear, the black green gear. Really great color there. All right, this was from McTaru who said, hey, Denise, happy Backlash. And let's get DWO Party Night started with a bang. Much love and appreciation with Watch Along. Mitaru, I'm so sorry that I missed this. Rather, StreamYard missed this. I'm pointing the finger at StreamYard for not showing me this. So thank you so much for the for sending this in. Very, very cool of you. I'm excited for Backlash, and I hope that you're having a good Backlash as well. Thank you, McTaru. All right. Let me go through some more comments here and give some more love. Who else do we got in this building? We got another super chat here from Stephen Marchuli who says, your pick for match of the night. Actually, I think it could be this one right here. I think this could be match of the night. In terms of wrestling-wise, this one. In terms of overall sports entertainment, the Gunther Pat McAfee match. And then in terms of, well, that's all. I don't got any other terms. I'm like, that's it. Those are the only terms I've got. I was acting like I had so many. I didn't really have that many. Thank you, Stephen Marchuli. And then I'm going to pop into my stream to make sure I didn't miss anything from gifted memberships. I don't know why StreamYard did this to me today. John Taylor said I'm basically Denise's paid assistant, and by paid, I mean Denise is paid. I'm just going to keep making mistakes so that John Taylor can be like, here's $5 for that one mistake you made. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I swear to God, that's not what I'm trying to do. All right, I'm in my own stream. It's so weird. It's not telling me if there was any other gifted memberships. And I want to make sure to say thank you. So I'm so sorry if anybody sent in a gifted membership and I didn't see it because it's just not popping up anywhere. So I don't know what happened there. So just apologize, and I'm on the stream right now too, and I don't see it on here either. All right, but yeah, okay, I'll catch up at some point. I'm gonna catch up on some point. Thank you so much, John. All right, also want to get some more shout outs. We got Rowdy the Cat in here. We got DJ Mitch. We got Mike Rouse in here, Addie Carver, Bonkers LFC. We got Taylor. We got J Rock Dog. Keon Davis is in here. We got Mike Hughes, Jordy Griffin, John Stamey, Big G, Ben Fossey, Young Citrus Official. We got Ray Pierce. Who else haven't I said hello to? Hey, what's up? We got Lord Tone. What's up, Lord Tone? We got Ryan Powell. Let's see. We got 45R5K in here. And Jacob Fatu just entered the building, our champ. We got Lord Tone, Boy Activision, DJ Mitch. Let's see. We got John in here. We got Funny Redemption from Twitch. Daryl Keith, Anita Blackstone. Tracy WV's in the building. What's up? Matt Rakeel. Patreon member 2. Matt, thank you so much. He says Denise's husband's on first. We got Colton Dominguez in here. Janica, Micah Does It. All right, and I'll make sure to give some more shout outs as we continue on. We got Sleep Tar, Walter Johnson, Benjamin Rankins, Walter Johnson, Steve OJ. All right, cool. And then also, John Taylor says, I'm pretty sure McTaru Shelton Jackson gifted the memberships. Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me know, John. Again, I think that was just a hiccup with StreamYard today. I don't know why, but it's technology. Sometimes they just drop the ball. So either way, thank you so much to McTaru. Thank you so much to Shelton Jackson, or to whoever who sent in the gifted membership. The Lost Mystery Gifted Membership. Thank you so much. That's what I'm going to call it now. The Lost Mystery Gifted Membership. We got Jordan Saylor who sent in a stupor. I can't speak. Super sticker. Thank you so much, Jordan. Very, very cool of you and nice of you to do that. All right, let's go, guys. This match should be getting started in just about 45 seconds now that they're about to do ring intros. Phoenix Elite predicts LA Knight's going to eat the pin here. Yeah, I think so too. And if it's not LA Knight, I'm thinking maybe Damian Priest eats the pin here. Yeah, I can't imagine that it would be like Drew McIntyre. I would be pissed if it was Drew McIntyre. I would not want it to be Drew McIntyre. So that's all I got to say about that. What's up, Javi? What's up, Manuel? I don't know why I said Manuel in English. Manuel. Now I don't know why I'm saying it in Italian. All right, here we go. This match has now begun.
Start this match, Fatu and LA Knight, and of course, McIntyre and Priest. We talked a lot on the countdown show whether Drew McIntyre.
Damn, they have that bright ass yellow font sponsor right in the mat. Morgan and Morgan. That is so distracting. Like the bright yellow font. What is this? A YouTube thumbnail? What's happening here? I feel like if you're gonna be dead in the center, it should not be a bright yellow sponsor. It should be a color that blends in a little bit more. But yellow is ugly on here.
Focused here in the early going tonight.
But on the bright side, when I see Morgan, I think of Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan isn't here, so I'm going to keep thinking about her throughout the entire show. Yeah.
And LA Knight now. Oh, DDT. Plants Damian Priest. Tonight is so focused here, Wade.
Lewis says it's weird that I prefer the ring with ads. Maybe, yeah, a little bit, maybe. The ads don't bother me. It's just this bright yellow one that randomly does, just because it's so, like, it's kind of an eyesore. All the other ones didn't bother me because the colors were not so loud. But the yellow, it really, really pops. Like, Morgan and Morgan is definitely getting their money's worth. I don't even know what Morgan and Morgan is. I'm thinking it's like a law firm. Is it a law firm? It sounds like a law firm. In an accident, call the law offices of Morgan and Morgan.
But he did not want to lose the title on the grand stage. Oh, and a big elbow drops Fatu again.
Oh, see, I was right. Young Citrus Official says, yes, it's a law firm. See, I knew it. Wayne says it. Desi, apparently everyone knows Morgan and Morgan. All right, well, I must have known it too in my subconscious mind because it just sounds like it. Morgan and Morgan.
The alliance in taking out Jacob Fatu. Oh my God!
A throw by McIntyre.
Absolute domineering powerhouse.
And Priest planted off the spine buster.
I can't wait for Jacob Fatu to go like madman mode. Madman mode and go at it with Drew McIntyre. That's what I want to see. I want to see like some dedicated time between Fatu and Drew.
That's a 275-pound man, ladies and gentlemen.
Just an unfair number of gifts bestowed upon Drew McIntyre.
Jonathan says, you sounded like a Lawn Prime ad, Denise. Hey, they should hire me. I'll be their spokesperson.
24 hours later.
Well, we've seen time and time again already in this match the inherent problem of
do you need to sue somebody at work? Do not deal with bullies at work. Call Morgan and Morgan. I don't even know if that's what they do. I've been seeing, I don't know if you guys have these in your hometowns, but I do. I have those FU bully billboards where if you're being bullied at work, you can call that number, FU bully, and you can report your bully. I'm assuming that's what it is. We got billboards for that everywhere here. So, I don't know.
LA Knight, McIntyre finds his way back into the ring as well. Priest turns his attention again to the champion. And a big kick by Priest again.
Oh, we won tables chance. All right. I see what kind of crowd you are, St. Louis.
McIntyre WrestleMania. This turns into a crossbody.
Cost him this time worked perfectly.
Oh, damn. I love how Fatu just did like a whole for that.
Momentum so far in this matchup. The other trio at moments have looked like they're closing in on victory.
And perhaps that facade of invincibility was being chipped away on Fatu by the other three competitors.
Smart little focus their biggest offense on Jacob Fatu, perhaps realizing he is the most durable threat in the matchup.
Spinning heel kick by Damian Priest, who now finds himself in control.
I'm impressed because Priest is in control and he's not breathing heavy at all. This deep into a matchup from a lot of offense. Wake up.
Oh, look at this now. Fatu, Samoan
Ooh,
the barricade.
That's kind of painful to get Samoan dropped onto the barricade, like right on your spinal cord. That does not seem pleasing.
He's tightened up the diet, and I have no interest in being anywhere near this man. Because he is completely.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fatu has been on that diet. Like even from when like I interviewed him, which wasn't even that long ago, to now, he's completely transformed. He got that WWE diet, you know, just what you should do, by the way. All right. Oh, here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Remember I said I wanted a dedicated period in this match where it's just Drew McIntyre and Fatu.
No back down in either one of these men.
They better not ruin this for me. Oh, they better not ruin this for me.
No breaks doesn't do you.
The fact that they're taking kind of long makes me feel like we're not going to actually get this. This feels like when Fatu had that little stare down with Strowman and then somebody would come and interrupt. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Yeah. All right, they're going.
Fatu and McIntyre exchanging blows.
This is exactly what I wanted to see.
Now it's McIntyre is a bit wobbly, but a headbutt.
Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today, Samoan werewolf.
Pop-up Samoan drop.
Yeah, what I mean.
What?
He's about to do the thing. He's about to do the thing. Ah.
I think it means, do you know what I mean?
Oh, got it. Oh, into the corner.
Oh, there, takes out Drew.
To, of course, Umaga and Rikishi.
Mike Hughes says, all gas, no brakes, all gas, no brakes.
But like everyone else, I want to stare on in awe at the power of Jacob
Mike Hughes
Fatu.
says, no bread, no bread, no water, just meat. Anita Blackstone says meat tenderizing meat right now in the ring. Yeah, I was gonna say because Drew's pretty meaty too. He's just tall. He's just taller.
Indeed, it is an
But he's a
incredible
pretty
athlete.
bulky dude.
Size, the power and the agility.
Tiger Claw Gaming Facts. He says, why would you headbutt a Samoan? It's like headbutting a wall of steel.
Absorbed more punishment than anyone else in this matchup, yet now he is firmly in control.
Yeah, but
what does that tell you?
Well, it took a little bit too much time there, and McIntyre right to the eyes. The official can do nothing because remember, no disqualification in a fatal four-way match.
You simply got to go savage against Jacob Fatu. Do what you got to do to get it done.
And now LA.
Oh, there's okay. The moment between Drew and Fatu is over now. Rest of the guys are back.
McIntyre's in trouble now.
Feel that frenzy of
We got what's up, Cameron, Walter Lee, Steven. What's up, guys?
LA Knight into the corner. McIntyre not able to do anything as LA Knight now heads to the top rope. Time to go to work on the champ. Fatu able to knock him away.
But Priest down, McIntyre tied up. This is effectively a one-on-one match. This is where you need to get victory here.
What the hell is Fatu
Oh
thinking?
no, what's he thinking? What's he doing? Oh, I like how Drew just like woke up from the dead. He just woke up from the dead and yanked him.
Incredible pivot from
Oh God. I love that. You never know when Fatu's gonna do a dive. That's the thing, like usually wrestlers, you can tell when they're about to set up for a dive. Fatu just goes for it. Like you never know when it's coming. Oh, now he's feeling it. Now he's feeling it. Oh no, BFT. This is a fun opener. Everyone getting their shit in. No, don't do it like this. Oh, I was about to say, I've seen titles change hands in a four-way just like that. Do not want to see it like that. So I'm glad it didn't happen like that.
First fought two with the swanton, but that wasn't it, Wade.
Unloading all of the heavy artillery. Did not turn you back.
Oh no, Anthony Roberts says, I don't watch WWE regularly, and I thought this match was going to be Drew versus Fatu one-on-one, and now I'm sad. Anthony, yeah, it's the fatal four-way, but all these guys, like,
All four men are down.
they're killed. They're doing a good job, and they gave us what we wanted, which is that Drew Fatu moment for a while, like them alone. So at least we did get to see that.
Incredible electricity here, 17,000 plus in St. Louis.
Two things guaranteed to win.
Young J Nice says Drew would have felt screwed by Damian again. Yeah, for real. You got Stuart Bridgman who says banger. All right, let's keep it going. I'm liking the action so far, so I want them to keep this pacing.
And now Drew looking at the future shot. DDT!
About that medical attention, Cole.
And Fatu now rolls out to the apron. LA Knight able to counter. Look for the BFT. LA Knight got caught up with Fatu, rolled out of the ring. And now McIntyre, aftershock again. I should say the future shocked again by McIntyre. Kip up now by Drew.
We're all feeling the aftershocks of the level of impacts these competitors are absorbing.
King of Strong Style says, just like my car, no brakes. Terrible. All right, Claymore to LA Knight. Someone else has got to come in here. Fatu, save your belt, bro. Priest up. Priest. Yeah. Screwed up again. Drew's gonna kill you. Drew's gonna kill you. Oh, Priest is dead, bro.
Priest just
You're forever gonna be in Drew's
We talked about this earlier tonight.
path.
With this,
All right, they're pretty much gonna take them. I think they're gonna take care of themselves here. Fatu's gonna finish off LA Knight, and I think that's kind of where we head off for the rest of this match, I'm assuming, which is pretty much what we had predicted. If it does happen that way, let's see.
He's just delivering headbutt after headbutt tonight, and that's, for all intents and purposes, has turned into a...
Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in to the watch along. I love it when YouTube actually promotes my videos. I got to get on the good graces of YouTube for them to do that. Got to watch YouTube balls just to do that. Sorry, I have a weird sense of humor.
Now, top rope again.
Where's Denise? She's washing balls at YouTube's headquarters.
His championship and a kick out at 2.5.
Just trying to get on that algorithm. All right, here we go. Let's see what's happening here.
Is now spilled out onto the floor seats of the
What's up, Ricky Zaldivar, Michael, Anita, Amon? Priest is bringing up Drew's bored at work comments.
Completely focused on one another and not victory at this point, it seems.
The hell they going now? McIntyre and Priest up in that area for where our audio and our video equipment are all stored. Those massive crates.
Oh no! Oh, they're about to get put through those beautifully set up tables there.
We're going to take Priest out of the entire equation.
There is a long old drop goal.
Let's see how this looks.
Priest now.
Breaking the eyeballs of McIntyre.
Little payback.
Man, Damian Priest is going to get his leg. Damian Priest is just going to get at the top of Damian Priest's hate list. Not higher than CM Punk though. Oh, okay. Choke slam, cool. Nice little choke slam there. Yeah, because I think that CM Punk is still #1 on Drew McIntyre's hate list.
McIntyre's down. Priest is down. LA Knight and Fatu are down at ringside as we take another look.
Michael Damnit says, oh no, an ad. Did you really get an ad during that choke slam spot? Or did you at least get the ad afterwards? Because I was about to say, if you got that ad during the choke slam, that's pretty messed up. Thank you so much, Vin, for checking out the interview with me and Mina. She's the best. A very, very easy person to interview and chat with.
From Damian Priest, who saw the red rag before his eyes.
All right, so we have no idea what's been happening in the ring, by the way, for like the last 2 minutes. These guys are out. Like, they're done. They ain't gonna come back. This is between Fatu and LA Knight now.
Or submission. So LA Knight realizing that, trying to take advantage as he sends the champ Fatu into the ring post.
Well, I'm completely writing off McIntyre and Priest. Oh, God, at this point, this is a one-on-one match, and it's getting really, really ugly.
And now Fatu on our announce table. The hood of the announce table compressing into our laps, and now using the front of the announce table as a weapon to Fatu. Jacob now perched on the announce table here.
Well, the referee's completely unable to prevent any of this carnage going on. Match continues.
Oh, LA Knight's going to the top. Oh, Fatu's definitely moving. Fatu. Oh, wait. No, not. Oh, wait. Solo was trying to help him. Trying to help?
Maybe saving his championship.
I don't know, like, I know he's trying to help by moving him out of the way, but the way he did it, because we know there's been some tension there between Solo and Fatu. Like, Fatu doesn't want his help. Oh, Jeff Cobb, here goes. Let's go, Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb's a meaty motherfucker. And we love Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb's cool. He's a cool dude. He's a very cool dude.
LA Knight completely blindsided.
Very happy to see Cobb.
What hit him?
Like, if you've never seen Jeff Cobb before, he's a big dude, guys. He's a big dude. I'll share my Jeff Cobb stories in the commercial break for you.
Fatu now coming to at ringside.
Wild to see. Wildly cool to see Jeff Cobb involved in this, by the way. Very cool. Well-deserved guy that's been hustling for a long time.
Hey, get him out of here. Get out of here.
Look at Fatu. He's not liking one bit of this. He doesn't need their help. He's all gas, no brakes, bro. He doesn't need assistance.
The damage has been done by that man. And now Jacob Fatu
but he's taking it so good because he ain't
the assault on a
he ain't an
now
idiot
defenseless
either. He's
LA
not
Knight
gonna
in
take
ring.
advantage.
Fatu looks as perplexed as the rest of us.
Well, whatever the deal, Solo Sikoa has struck here.
Here we go.
Fatu apparently had no clue.
Fatu, retain. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
The United States
But
Championship.
I am loving, by the way, this visual though, because Fatu, even though Fatu's confused and he's probably gonna break apart from them, once we get Fatu and Jeff Cobb, guys, because at some point we're gonna get Fatu and Jeff Cobb, and that's gonna be hella freaking meaty. But I tell you, that's gonna be meaty as all hell. But okay, so my quick Jacob Cobb. My quick, I'm talking about Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb at the exact same time. Jacob Cobb, the brand new wrestler here. All right, so my Jeff Cobb stories really quickly. When I was like starting to do wrestling interviews and trying to get like in-person interviews, Jeff Cobb was actually one of the first people that said yes to me. And look at this. They don't even fit in the aisle. They're so big, they don't even fit together in the line. Yeah, Fatu's not having this. Which Fatu as a babyface is honestly the right way to go because the crowd loves them. So as I was saying, hold on guys, let me wrap up my stream, my recording. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna mute the commercials. Whatchamacallit? I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, so Jeff Cobb story. That's what I was gonna say. So he was one of the first people that said yes to doing like an in-person interview with me, like when I was just starting, like literally just getting started. And so it was actually really cool because, you know, I went to the airport, I picked him up, or not the airport. I went to go pick him up. We went to the studio, and it was so funny because like I had a small little Jeep at the time, and Jeff Cobb's like really, really huge. So it was so funny sitting next to him in the car because he's like this really, really big dude, right? And I'm like super tiny, whatever. So we drive to the studio. We did like a 1-hour interview, which I believe you can find here on the channel. It should be here on this channel. It is on this channel. And so, you know, he really talked about his career and what he was doing at the time. And my favorite thing about Jeff Cobb that I learned in that interview, and I never forgot, is that he's a really big fan of double stuffed Oreos. And so every time that I see double stuffed Oreos, I always think of Jeff Cobb. So yeah, he's a good dude. You guys can check that out. For sure. So if you guys want to, it's up here on the channel and you can find that. I'll probably go in there and cut some clips since I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new WWE fans. By the way, Night of Champions, Saudi Arabia, June 28th. There's going to be a lot of new fans that are going to be, you know, Googling information about Jeff Cobb and whatnot. So I'm going to have to cut some of those clips from that old interview and get those up there. All right. With that being said, we got a couple of super chats here. Let me catch up. We got Stuart Bridgman who says, "How was the show last night in Ontario? I'm looking forward to your Patreon content." Thank you so much, Stuart. Man, you're incredible. Thank you for the support. Also becoming a patron. So basically, last night, dude, traffic was so crazy, man. It took me 40 minutes just to get on the freaking freeway because what ended up happening was the ramp to get onto the freeway was closed, so I had to go a whole other way with a million other people during traffic hour. And so it took me 40 minutes to get on the freeway. It took me 50 minutes once I was actually on the freeway. And mind you, this was only a 40-minute drive. Not 40-minute, 40-mile drive. Only 40 miles, and it took me like an hour and a half to get to Ontario. So by the time I got there, I missed the first hour of the show. I got there during the Young Bucks match, and then from the Young Bucks match on, I watched the entire thing. I think my favorite match was for sure the women's main event with Azumi, Mina, and Mercedes. I thought they did a spectacular job. And then also I did enjoy Takeshita versus ELP. I think that was good too. I got to chat with Takeshita afterwards. I met Takeshita for the first time last night at the show. For those of you guys who listen to the AEW Dynamite or Collision or any AEW podcast that I do, you guys know. Oh, by the way, Becky and Lyra is next. You guys know that I'm a big fan of Takeshita. And so I got to meet Takeshita, and he was so freaking cool, so freaking nice. And I told him I love his pants. You guys, I love his pants all the time. So we were talking about that, and he was telling me about like Japanese fashion. It was great. So I'm one step closer to becoming BFFs with Konosuke Takeshita, which again, if you guys watch my Dynamite podcast, you guys know Takeshita is my my soul wrestler is what I've been calling him, or whatever the hell I call him. So anyways, I can't wait to tell Reg that story. I haven't told Reg that story yet, so I need to let him know that my BFF, my dream BFF is in the works. It's in the works of happening. My dream BFF
life goal was completed today.
All right, thank you so much, Stuart Bridgman. We got Jordan Saylor. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jordan. Very, very awesome of you. We got John Taylor who says, "Oops, sorry, I meant Jackson Benjamin Shelton. My bad, Sheldon Jackson." Oh man. We got Steven Marchulli here who says, "Just imagine Jacob Fatu versus Mark Henry, a dream match." Yo, dude, get out of here. Mark Henry is a big fan of Jacob Fatu. He's put him over like a zillion times on Busted Open. So if there was one of those like alternate timeline matches, you know, people that would have gone together very well, but just didn't have their career at the exact same time, I think Mark Henry and Jacob Fatu would have definitely been one of those matches. Thank you, Steven. We got McTaro here who says, "Your AI husband is going to retain the title for you. Because if not, he sleeps on the couch, baby." All right. McTaro, thank you. We got Forever Young Zoe. Hey, Forever Young Zoe. It's been a minute since I've seen you. How are you?
It was me.
I moved to LA to pursue more media type opportunities. Any advice on living there, getting work, etc.? I know LA is super expensive. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Right now, we live in this beautiful world where social media is everywhere, right? Like, you don't have to live any place to do social media. So if I were you, Forever Young Zoe, and you want to get into media wherever you're at right now, like, do not wait to move to LA. Do not wait to do that. Like, you're just wasting time. Get started right now. Right now. Because no matter where you are able to pick up your phone, create some content, go on Amazon, and if you have the means, you know, start a podcast, whatever you need to do, because the competition is so heavy in the world of media, like heavy AF. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's extremely, extremely hard to get a job in media, especially in Los Angeles, especially depending what type of media you want to do. And they prefer people that already have some sort of something, right? Like an established blog or an established YouTube channel or an established podcast, or they have, depending on what kind of media you want to do, or you have 5 years in a small market working somewhere. If you want to do a news, as you know, in news, you got to work your way up from market to market until you get to one of the very top, which is obviously Los Angeles and New York and those kinds of places. So again, I guess it depends on what type of media you're looking to do. But again, don't let not being in LA keep you from starting. Like, you should be starting right now. Forever Young Zoe, I hope that kind of helped. But I mean, I could go on and on about that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, and advice on living here. I love it here. It's really hard for me because I've lived here my entire life. It's my home. So it's really hard for me to like give advice. Well, actually, not really. I think I have a little too much to say. I think that LA is huge, and if you want to save money, you can live like on the outskirts. Like you don't have to live in like the super crowded, condensed areas because, you know, obviously rent's super high. However, if you do want to live in those areas, my advice to you is to get a roommate. Roommates is like a big thing here. Like a lot of people have roommates and such because the rent is so high, and it's just part of living in LA. So there is opportunities to like lower your rent by finding roommates if that's something you're interested in. And I have a lot of friends who've done that in the past and jumped from roommate to roommate and stuff like that. So it is a thing that you can do if you wanted to move out to LA. But again, don't let it hold you back. Thank you, Forever Young Zoe. We got Mike Parker Collects who says, by the way, Mike, thank you so much for this generous super chat, dude. He says, still second generation, still coming in, whose fathers I watched in my early years. Fun fact, Jacob Fatu and Randy Orton's fathers faced off in a tag team match. One of the first commercial wrestling tapes I ever saw. Mike, thank you so much for sharing this fun fact. Isn't it crazy to see like the evolution of who you started seeing when you were watching them wrestle, and then growing up and then seeing their children or whoever come about from that time. Lyra looks incredible, by the way. Her wings, dude, they look real. They look so real. Very, very fine detail in her entire gear. This is a big matchup for her. So she's had plenty of big matches, but this is definitely another one of those. So yeah, Mike, I think that's freaking cool that you pointed that out, because even like us and our like no matter what, like who knows, maybe someday we'll be watching one of 7 of Jacob Fatu's 7 kids out here wrestling, you know? So we're just continuing to see everyone's, you know, bloodline and whatnot. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Mike Parker Collects. We got the 8 of us together here who says, love the channel. Denise, thank you so much for the support, for the super chat, and for the kind comment on the channel. It's my baby, it's my passion. So when people actually like it, it really, really does feel good. So thank you so much. We got Buffy Beefcake here who says, been a big fan of Jeff Cobb since Lucha Underground. Super happy he's in WWE now. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this guy has been making the freaking rounds. I've seen him in the Indies, seen him in New Japan. And to see him now getting over here and being included in one of the biggest, like, most featured storylines in WWE is pretty damn sick. So thank you so much, Bucky Beefcake, for the super chat and for the love. Thank you, Bucky. All right, and here we go. We just started this match. We do got a super chat from Tracy here who says, yay, surprises, keep them coming, Hunter. I'm kind of, look, guys, I kind of want to see Lyra defeat Becky here as like a big surprise, but I know it's kind of hard to expect her to beat Becky Lynch twice because she's beating her on the NXT, but if she does, that would be hella cool. But let's see how it goes. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Once was helpful to the women in the locker room. That has completely changed. Now Becky has become jealous and bitter and wants to take the top.
I will catch up on the rest of the super chats in the next commercial break, since they give us a plenty of time to a long gap between matches.
When we formerly idolized Becky Lynch and basically used Becky Lynch as the blueprint to her own success.
Nice leapfrog arm drag takedown into the looking for a cover, and she does get it here. A kick it. Deep arm drag by Becky. Lyra said that Becky Lynch no longer cares who she hurts. Lyra said, I will not be walked on.
About a little bit of gratitude from Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch is basically.
By the way, Alex, Queen of the Ring, who's at Backlash right now, just messaged me and she was like, can confirm it's really loud in here. So the crowd is definitely feeling lively. And she messaged me this during the first match of the show.
On herself, and look at this, turning things around. Unique move by Valkyria.
Oh, I love this move. Every time she does it on EO in particular. Now she's doing it on Becky. Swing, baby, swing.
Will Becky give up here?
I would hate to be in that position. Hells no, bro. Hells no. I'd be like, that'd be terrible.
Shown by Lyra here, slow pace. punishing Becky, making her pay.
Love Lyra's hair today, too.
I'm not going to argue the technical acumen of Lyra Valkyria. My God, surfboard.
We got Melissa Cabello here. It says, will we see Bailey during this match? I kind of hope so, only because it would make sense, right? Like, she took her out. She admitted to taking her out. So why wouldn't Bailey come out and be like, hey, what the F, man? What the hell's your problem, Becky? Why the hell would you do this to me? And then suddenly we can have Bailey on TV. And it'd be nice. That could, you never know. Maybe she could cost Becky Lynch the matchup, and that's how Lyra retains. It could happen. In fact, I think it's kind of really probable. Bo said so. Bo, I think you might have just won best comment of the day. It says Rockabye Becky. That's cute.
And you know, you mentioned it, Wade, that Becky Lynch has brought this out of Lyra, and I agree with you on that point. Lyra's come out of her shell. Much more confident, much more vocal, believes in herself now, has had an incredible title reign. WWE fans are behind her, and Valkyria now with a kick driving Becky to the barricade.
So what you're telling me is that
she's doing good so far. So far, it's been all Lyra getting Becky Lynch's number right now.
Here tonight at Backlash. I really love watching the development of this.
Sean, the only match you've missed so far is the Fatal 4-Way, which was very fun, and we had Jeff Cobb come out and make his debut. So he aligned himself with Solo Sikoa. However, Jacob Fatu is not necessary. He wasn't clearly it looks like he was not informed about it. So he was kind of upset there. And it looks like Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's feud will continue as they basically took each other out of this matchup. And as predicted, LA Knight took the pin.
Becky wants the Intercontinental title again. She's been a world champ and NXT champ, tag champ.
SDS says Drew needs to win the U.S. title to become a Grand Slam champion soon. Dude, I want to see Drew as world champion. I think he's kind of like above right now being United States champion. I think he needs to. I think he needs to be world champion. I really want that for him again, because it's been a minute, and the last time he was champion, I don't even think it lasted a minute. So yeah. Kevin Simpson says we got blood. Yeah, there's a little bit of blood action going here right now with Lyra and Becky.
This is all mental now, Wade, right? Mind game.
This are some hard little tops there from Becky.
Move for move, hold for hold, athleticism for athleticism. You can't put a piece.
Johnny T says Drew earned a run. He damn did. He damn well did.
Still some
dang well did.
Some innocence to Lyra Valkyria, and that in this game is a massive problem.
And now Lyra Valkyria able to roll through. Nobody home for Becky, and Becky using the ropes to her advantage. And there's an exploder. Becky again looking to win the championship. Shoulders down and a kick out. You know, Big E talked about this with us in the Countdown show. The fact that it takes a long time to find yourself here in WWE.
A little bit of arguing here with the ref and Becky.
To get to that point. Lyra's just on the cusp.
Steve Mullen says, did LA Knight win? No, he got the pin. Teddy Baby says, call Morgan and Morgan. We've got color. Hey, that's it. It's official. Call Morgan and Morgan. Oh, man. So funny. So funny. Manuel says, Becky got a boo-boo. And if you got a boo-boo, make sure to call Morgan and Morgan. We will take care of your boo-boo for you.
Allowed these two to win the gold. The end justifies the means. And Lyra Valkyria got the greatest spotlight of her entire career thanks to Becky Lynch taking it.
Shout out to Hit Clip. We got Andrew. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Andrew Panajotis, thank you so much. Let's see what we got in here. King of Strong Style. I think I already said hello, didn't I? Steve Mullins. Lord Tone is in here. Bilbo Braggins. Keon Davis. Dominic Carranza. Janica.
While defeating her and taking away a championship.
I like Mouse 420. What's up? We got Marcus Robinson Johnson.
Again, that great mind game by the veteran.
Thank you to everybody who's coming into the chat.
Force her to make a mistake.
Exactly the level Lyra Valkyria needs to round her game out to if she wants to be a future Hall of Famer like the man Becky Lynch.
Oh, we got a lot of people rooting for Becky, obviously, because she's Becky Lynch.
But in full control is Becky Lynch.
Yeah, but that's how she made her name, right? Bruised and bloody. The main.
Lord Tone says, we are here and vibing.
Oh,
Yes.
Lyra, though, a very
Mike
defiant
Santani, what up?
Valkyria with a slap to Becky Lynch, and Lyra now.
Oh, shit. She's
taking the blows
like
from Becky.
Yeah, the audacity
really going in on
of
her.
Lyra
Just
Valkyria.
slap, slap, slap.
What a counter by Lyra. Trying to set Becky up.
Nice.
Down goes Lynch.
Tremendous power there from Lyra Valkyria, fighting through the pain and that onslaught of slaps from Lynch.
I kind of didn't want the slap exchange to end. Hey, it wasn't even an exchange, actually. It was just Becky. It was just Becky hitting her nonstop.
Holding the title for over 100 days.
We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine says, I put a $50 on Lyra. She better win tonight. I'm going to get paid.
Starting to build some momentum, and this is the fire we've been talking about. That Lyra's been
The
showing
Tyler
us
Hunt says
of
we
late.
need Denise to do all the voiceover for Morgan and Morgan Pass. Hey, I'll try, man. I'll try.
As you go along, it's why
I'm
she's
sure
had
they
so
got
much
money to
success
pay
thus
me.
far.
Shit, I'll
Cartwheel
take the
turned to
paycheck.
Enziguri, follows it up now with that sit-out power bomb, cover, and a kick out by Lynch. And Lyra almost pleading with our official.
Jose Alvarado
Jessica
says,
Call.
need WWE
What
to
do I
announce
need to do to
Evolution
put
2
Becky
already,
away?
right? I want that too. They did announce Night of Champions for June something. I think June 25th or something, or 28th. I forgot what date. June something.
Body of the champion.
Is 17,155 sold out at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri tonight for Backlash.
We got Phoenix Elite here who says, I watched Lyra since she was on NXT and I was a big fan of her. Yo, I agree, man. I liked Lyra very, very fast. He came in and he got my attention probably quicker than anybody before. So she did good on, she did really good on NXT. She was very solid and, became NXT Women's Champion pretty fast. She came in at a good time too, I think.
From the top rope, in trouble. What a
Where, the scene on NXT for the women wasn't that crowded yet. So I feel like that was also good for her. She just had good, she's had good career timing is what I feel like. She had a good amount of time on NXT. Wasn't there that long that I recall. And then, went into the main roster. She did it. She was actually used, won a championship, and now she's here beefing it with Becky. I feel that is kind of a good tempo for her. I mean, considering that doesn't happen for everybody. We see people in NXT for a really long time. We see people get called up and they don't do nothing with them. There's all these different types of ways that your trajectory could go. And so far, I would say Lyra's has been fine. Oh, Becky tried to cheat.
Don't tell me that was instinct, Wade. That was premeditated.
It was a wily veteran move. It just didn't pay off.
And Becky, down goes Valkyria. Cover by Lynch. Can she do it here? Almost had her.
Right now, Becky Lynch is realizing she perhaps underestimated the resolve of the champion tonight. Valkyria has been outstanding. I expect that every time from Becky Lynch.
The physical and mental exhaustion.
Crowd's into it. Crowd's very into it.
As this sold out
We got D. Tyler Hahn who says Pax and Lyra had a fun storyline in NXT. Yeah, where she was like obsessed with her. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Looking for the manhandle slam. Counter by Valkyria. Into the corner goes Lynch.
Hey, what's up, Adrian? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Becky got caught this time.
We also got Amon Lopez. What's up, Amon?
Lyra was able to
What else do we got in here?
Unfortunately for Lynch,
If you're new, hop in on the chat. I try to greet people. If you sent a super chat, I will get to it in the commercial break so that since we have a lot of time in the commercial breaks.
Nowhere to hide against this woman.
Lyra top rope, leg drop to the back of the neck.
Kerry Patia. A move she perfected in NXT UK.
And that slight hesitation.
Lyra changed her mind right now. She looked like she was going to go do something else, but then she was like, no, wait, never mind. And then she went back to pin Becky Lynch.
think
That was
quite
funny.
connected.
Yeah, but she did a
I
bit.
feel
didn't
she
get
was
all of it.
she
But it
thought
was
twice.
enough.
She's like,
It was
wait a
just
minute.
enough.
Hold the phone here for a
So watch
second.
this.
This is that Perry Patia that she won many matches with.
We got Kieran here who says, hope Lyra wins. Oh, and Joey, thank you so much for checking out my interview with Mercedes Moné. Very, very happy I was able to land that. Very happy she made the time, especially considering that, you know, she just wrestled a hell of a main event. So the fact that she took the time to do an interview with me was very, very nice of her. Adrian, what's up? This is my favorite wrestling toxica. I'm dead. I've never been called a toxica before, but it's freaking hilarious. I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna run with it. Your favorite wrestling toxica right here.
Just like that. Oh, wait a minute. Went for a backslide. Becky able to counter. And now Lynch down. Oh, look at an armbar here. Trying to lock an armbar in. Lyra doing a great job trying to block without the separation.
This arm up, reverse, nice.
Oh, she's
And
got.
now,
Oh,
Lyra.
Becky's got a tap.
She almost set Becky up
You
with a
tap.
disarmer and then turned it into an
You
armbar.
tap.
And now,
Oh,
Becky
she's not gonna
Lynch
tap.
trying to get into a pinning combination here.
I just think it would be
Becky
very
Lynch out
exciting
there.
if Lyra
Here's
just
the
like
disarmer.
got a
The
win
disarmer
over
now on
Becky.
Lyra.
I
Losing
think
the
people would be
champion is
excited
out.
to kind of see that happen.
Trying to dig this one out, and clearly, like Lyra Valkyria knows
And I want Becky to spiral and be like, what the ass? How did this bird lady get another win over me?
Lyra rolls into the cover. Almost had her. And this time Becky connects. Man, handle, slam, for the title. Kick out by
I was
Valkyria.
nervous there for a second. I'm like, Lyra's not moving. She is not showing any signs of movement here. Any signs of movement. This has been fun, guys. So far, we've had 2 for 2 matches that have been good on this show. Okay, 2 for 2s, 2 por 2. This is awesome chance. Becky getting a little flustered, not knowing how to take Bird Lady down.
Everything she's thrown at Lyra, and now she's lost it.
Yeah, and that was an ego-crushing kick out by Lyra Valkyria. The confidence ebbing away from Becky Lynch, and now you see sheer panic in the eyes of the challenger, wondering what the hell she has to do to win.
I love this. Is 2 por 2. I should start singing during the commercial break. I'll try to sing the song my grandma used to sing me.
You can't win the title with the chair, Becky.
I don't think I remember the words though, but I'll try.
It's about the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, this is Becky Lynch completely losing her mind at this point. Game plan out the window.
On the official.
Oh no, girl, what are you doing? Trying to use that chair. You know better than that, Becky. You're not a noob. Oh, that's because she has another plan. Told you, Becky knows what she's doing. Now, referee, you need eyes in the back of your head, please.
Now exposed. The pad has been ripped off. Valkyria sends Becky. Oh, Becky blocked, almost got caught there. Nice turn.
Okay, I wonder if that's gonna work. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna work against Becky or actually help Becky here.
This time it connects. This time to retain. Kick out by Becky.
Yo.
Well, both women
The
giving
people
it
are
everything
feeling this
they
match.
got, but
This
their
has been good.
opponent
This has been a good
equal
one.
to everything thus far.
We got everyone saying the crowd. We got Royce Pierce saying the crowd is into it.
Complete exhaustion.
Hey, what's up, Michael? Thank you so much for tuning in to the stream.
That is the killer at this
Oh
point,
no,
and now
Kohan
you've
says
dropped
Santi's stream
your
died,
best
so now I'm here.
shots.
Denise is the backup.
And it's not
I
been
will
good
take
enough.
it, guys. I will be the backup. What is up? If you're here,
now,
poor
picking
Santi
Becky up on her
stream
shoulders.
crashed. Hello.
Becky again able to counter. Oh,
Welcome
second
to the
turnbuckle,
backup.
not the exposed
Call
one.
me Plan B.
Another hammer slam. Another
So
cover by
bad.
Lynch.
So bad, Plan.
Another kick out
Calling
by
myself
Valkyria.
Plan B.
Lyra Valkyria
Oh.
flags again, and Becky
Anyways,
Lynch is beside herself.
so yeah.
Well, Lyra
No, this match is
Valkyria
so far
is
pretty damn good.
showing the world just how hard.
This might, I think this might be so far. I mean, there's only been 2 matches, but I think this might be my match of the night so far. And mind you, I really loved what the guys did at that opening match. but it's just a different style of a match here with Lyra and Becky, which is what I'm really enjoying.
Blocked by Lyra. Now Jessica Carr realizes the turn has been exposed.
Adrian says if Snooki could have a Mania match, so can Denise. Favorite wrestling Toxica. I'm dead. Oh, is this it? Red! Get your ass in there!
Out of position, but she was doing her job.
Oh,
and allowed Becky to kick out.
that could have been a free woman. Free. What you, girl, Jessica, girl to girl, what? Wild, man. No, they're kicking ass in here right now. This match already made it worth me tuning into Backlash. Kevin Simpson says surely it's Plan D. You know, it's all about the D. All right. I'm done. I'm trying to enjoy this match. This match is great.
Lyra again with Becky up top. Is she going to try to deliver another night?
Oh, man.
Fighting back, though.
Come on, girl. You got this. Come on, Lyra. I feel like as this match progresses, I want Lyra to win more and more. Oh, no. Did she stab him in the eye? No, girl. Come on.
Lyra able to
Come on.
Roll up her own. Grabs the leg of Becky Lynch. I got it.
Wait,
Lyra got it. Lyra retains. And Becky Lynch is tipped off. And she's assaulting Valkyria.
She got it. She got it, guys. I mean, Becky's going like crazy right now, but this is what I wanted to see, though. I wanted to see Lyra get this like victory on Becky. She's now defeated Becky 2 times. 2 times, guys. Oh, my prediction was right. I'm so happy I went with Lyra in my prediction. I'm so happy I went with Lyra. Like, something just felt that she would win. Because I felt like they could extend the feud regardless, even if Lyra defeated Becky. Because look at right now, Becky going crazy and trying to injure and hurt the champion further makes you feel, okay, great, they're going to continue this feud. Like, this is going to continue. But Lyra getting a victory over Becky, Lyra had told Becky that she knows that she's a better wrestler than her. And now she's got 2 wins to put that and carry that over Becky's head. So I feel that is something pretty interesting. Dude, so far my predictions have been all correct today. I mean, I'm kind of proud of that. I'm kind of proud, okay? I had a bad prediction day for another pay-per-view. I did so bad. Oh, Elimination Chamber. My Chamber predictions, but my so far my Backlash prediction on point. On point. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I need to wrap up my as you guys know, I don't cut clips. My editor Chris cuts clips. Shout out to Chris. I was working hard behind the scenes. And so I constantly start and stop new streams so that Chris can work on those. All right, and let me go ahead and get into people's comments, see what everybody is saying. All right, and thank you so much to everyone who's here, by the way. Thank you for your support. And let's see what everyone's saying. All right, where am I at? Where did I leave off of? We left off on Oliver Drake, who says, hey, Denise, has Patreon replaced YouTube membership? So I made some adjustments. So the changes are basically, I now have 2 tiers on the DWO. I just added an additional tier. I had to wait a second to announce it because I think YouTube had to approve it first. But basically, the second YouTube tier is the exact same tier as the Denise Deluxe on Patreon. So if you have the second tier on YouTube, you do not need to get the Denise Deluxe on Patreon. So every tier on Patreon is a little bit different. But the YouTube tier, the second YouTube tier that I added is the same as the Deluxe on Patreon. So, but there's other tiers that I have on Patreon that kind of offer some more benefits. And then now the regular tier, the original DWO tier, it still remains as is. Nothing's changed on that tier. That's still pretty much as is. So that's pretty much like the only differences, Oliver. And if you have any questions, you can always like tweet me or something, and I'll make sure to explain that. And I'll probably explain it 100 times as I continue on. Thank you so much, Oliver. We got John Taylor here who says the super secret $1,000 13 Patreon tier includes a call from Jacob Fatu where he just yells at you for 10 minutes. Offer void in all 50 states and every country and doesn't exist due to don't sue Morgan and Morgan. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine having a $1,000 Patreon. I can't even imagine what I would have to give. What would I have to give to justify $1,000?
To all-out action.
Don't even send in suggestions. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what I'd have to give for $1,000. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine who says I put a $50 bet on Lyra, so that bird better win. Hey yo, Cyclops, your bird got the win. You got yourself some $50, man. So congratulations. I'm gonna mute the commercials in the meantime. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Got himself you got your $50. So hell yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got Steven here who says, I think if Becky is going heel moving forward, then maybe a theme song change should happen. Becky's current theme is very upbeat and exciting. I think they could still make it worth with the same theme song. I don't know if it's like a necessity, but I get it because it's like, whoa, that is pretty upbeat. You're kind of right about that. All right, commercials are over. Let me bring the audio back.
Jets.
We got a Jets chant. What's up? MetLife Stadium. Been there a couple of times before. Really fun. We got Forever Young Zoe here who says, thank you so much. I have a vlog. I've had a few names on there in the past, most recently Ortiz, and he actually said Eddie Kingston should be back this summer. Dude, keep doing that. Exactly what you need to do. Thank you, Forever Young Zoe. We got McTaro here who says DWO is sponsored by Morgan and Morgan. Yo, I wish I'd be getting a bomb-ass paycheck. We got Dominic Cena. Oh shit, they're showing John Cena and Randy's match here. Oh my god. Dude, this is sick ass old footage. It's great. We got Dominic Cena here who says Dante is down bad and his internet is screwing with his stream. See, I don't know what's going on with his internet. That sucks though because as you guys know, missing whenever your internet goes out, it's the worst thing ever. It's so freaking annoying. So annoying. John Taylor says, are you just a humble bird lady trying to go about your day only to be suddenly harassed by the man? Morgan and Morgan has your back. Wild. Morgan's gonna have to pay me for all these Morgan and Morgan jokes. We got Dominic Cena here who says Denise and Seth power couple. Lol. What? I know you know. What? Wait, hold on. Where's the joke here? Hold on. There's a joke in here somewhere. Someone explain it to me. I feel stupid. Is it the Plan B stuff? I'm not really too sure. What's the I know you know? I need to know. We got John Taylor here who says, you can put me on timeout for this, Denise. Nanti stream sloppy seconds, Salcedo. And people sloppy seconds. Thank you, Plan B over here. What's up? We got Corey MacArthur here who says hello to our fearless leader, Denise, doing a graduation today, Mother's Day tomorrow, and Backlash watch along with the DWO crew. Action-packed weekend. Yo, Corey. Hell yeah. I like weekends like this where you got like lots going on because it makes it feel like I'm living life right if I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I have a weekend like that next week. I'm looking forward to next week. But Mother's Day, I hope that everybody's having a nice celebration. If you are a mother, if you're not a mother, I hope you're showing your mother some love. Today is Mexican Mother's Day. Tomorrow is regular Mother's Day. So it's like the full weekend, the full weekend of celebrations, at least on my household. But yeah, thank you so much, Corey, sending you some love. We got Dominic Cena here who says Seth and Denise, Mr. and Mrs. Plan B. Okay, now I get the joke. Just making sure that I got the joke right. Mr. and Mrs. Plan B.
I am the greatest.
I can't believe it. I'm out here trying to be a Roman Reigns, a CM Punk, and y'all are putting me to Seth Rollins. They're like, nah, you're Seth Rollins level, Denise.
What is next for Penta?
Thank you, Dominic Cena. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine, who says, I won $80 betting on Lyra, so F yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Cyclops. Thank you for sharing some of that. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations on placing that bet. I should have placed a bet. I would have had $80 right now. Kenzie says, long time Denise watching BL with you live in Japan. Oh, BL Backlash. Duh. I was like, what is BL? BL, what is BL? Backlash. Thank you so much, Kenty, for tuning in all the way from Japan. Gotta tell you, I love that. That's freaking awesome. It always trips me out when people come in here and they're like from other parts of the world. You know, it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Kenty, thank you so much for tuning in to the watch along, and thank you for the super chat. We got John Taylor who says $1,000 Patreon tier. Come over to Denise's house and watch the Jets game with Mr. Denise. I think given his reactions to Jets games, I might be able to charge more. Literally. It's actually, his reactions are they're hilarious. Hilarious and sad at times. Thank you, John. All right. We also got John here who says they say Reg's favorite holiday is Mother's Day. Oh, you know Reg is out there at Vallarta right now trying to hit up on all the Mexican moms right now. John Stamey says, Denise, you're awesome. I'm very happy Lyra won, and I hope you have a great weekend ahead. John, thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you to send this in. I'm also happy Lyra won. I thought it was a very nice surprise that she did, and I'm excited about this weekend. Today Backlash, I got the post show later on with Wheezy, and then afterwards I will be clipping content that Alex Queen of the Ring gets. I'm very excited about Alex being right now at Backlash and covering on behalf, because I've never had somebody else go to a trip to cover for me, and so I'm really excited about that. So here we go. By the way, Penta and Dominic is about to start. Penta's coming out and making his entrance now, but yeah, I'm just very excited about that because it just allows for more opportunities for people. And I can't believe that I literally went from working for free in pro wrestling for 3 years to literally making $15 for like another 2 years to being able to actually send people to go cover shows on my behalf is just insane. So, I'm really happy. I'm really trying to continue to grow this channel as much as I possibly can. And I've been taking a lot of risk doing that. But, it's all a process. You live and you learn and you see what works and you see what doesn't. And you just go from there. And you got to take risks to figure out what's going to work in the end. So thank you so much to John Stamey. Let's see what we got here. For those of you who are in here, let me give some shout outs to some people. Let me give some shout outs because we got a lot of Twitch people in here as well. If you're on Twitch, bump up the chat. We got Michael Dammit. What's up, Michael? Thank you so much for tuning in. We got, who else do we got in here? We got James Irving. What's up, James? We got DJ Mitch. We got Shaheen K in here. What's up, dude? Good to see you. What else do we got? We got Keon Davis, who haven't I said hello to? We got Trey DeLisle here, who says being a Jets fan must be very, very terrible. So sad, guys. So sad. I have seen my husband just go from being so excited to going and just looking so emo. There's times where I'll walk into the living room watching him watch a Jets game, and he's just there like, the life has been sucked out of him, and he's just sitting there. Literally like that, but worse. Or I know it's really bad when he's watching, I know it's really bad when he stands up and he's just like this with his arms crossed, and he's refreshing his Twitter feed to see what his favorite Jets beats reporters are saying, and he's just standing there serious, refreshing the feed, staring at the TV, and I'm just like, oh, it's not good. I bought him a Jets prayer candle. I bought him a prayer candle, and I told him, I'm like, light your prayer candle up. I bought him a prayer candle for the Jets. I made him a Jets bracelet. I'm like, wear it when the Jets are playing. And he hasn't done any of those things. So I told him, yo, light your candle, put your bracelet on, and pray to the football gods. That shit works out for you. So yes, it is very complicated being a Jets fan. That's for sure, man. That is for sure. What's up, Eric Diaz? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. We got Jet Black Suit. Says, oh my God, that's so sweet. I'm going to get my brother-in-law Cowboys candles. Yeah, you can find those. They have them online and stuff. It's a little prayer candle that you turn on. You never know. If you're superstitious, just, you know, do it. Young Citrus Official says it could be worse. You could be a Saints fan like me. Jose Alvarado says, as a fellow Jets fan, just got to go into every season with little to no expectations. Let me see. We got Joker D Manny in here. What's up, Joker? Joker says, beat. No, I was ducking, Joe. I'm way taller. I just didn't want my face to get cut off on the stream. I didn't want my face to get chopped off. But if I stood up, y'all would just see my belly. So that would not be good TV. We got Matt 99 Rich in here putting over Penta's entrance. Let's see. We got Cormega 85. Thank you so much for tuning in. Who else do we got in here that I haven't shouted out? Let me just go through some more comments in here. We got Austin Wright. What's up, Austin? All right. And in the meantime, let's get into this matchup here. We got John Taylor here who says it's Brown fans. Oh, I'm a Browns fan. I died on the inside many years ago. I'm very, very sorry about that. Very, very sorry about that. Dominic says Dante left his Mother's Day trip to stream as well. Dude, that sucks, man. I'm going to troll Dante on Monday. How sad. What's up, RK Shuttleworth? What's up, RK? What's up, Bruce Phillip? We also got Lennox Coleman in here. What's up, Lennox? Good to see you, man. Hip Clip says at least the Jets have a Super Bowl championship. You could be a Chargers fan. 60 years. Nothing. Oh, man. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got from this match. So far, every match has been very good. So let's see what we get out of Dominic and Penta.
By the champion. I said his athletic ability and his in-ring prowess.
Always, you know how I love Penta with the blue gear. It's always my favorite, by the way. What's up, Tori Lynn? Because I'm a Canadian and hockey is my jam. So right now, all I care about are my Leafs. My husband's also a hockey fan. He roots for the Devils. Yes, the Devils. That's how I'm aware of all this stuff.
Here comes Dominic. Dominic with a suicide dive. Oh,
Joker D Manny says, hey, didn't expect to be red, but that makes more sense. First time here, but I've enjoyed the watch along. Thank you, Joker D Manning. Yes, I read, if you're new here, I do read non-super chats too. But I obviously read the super chats first because, you know, bills and shit. I do read regular super chat, regular comments as well, a lot, and people that come on here on the stream. We also got Fran05382. What is up? Bruce Phillips, Kevin Pack says, "Go Pack, go!" You should have seen how funny it was in my house having a Packers fan and a Jets fan when Aaron Rodgers joined the Jets. Because my uncle is a Packers fan and he hates Aaron Rodgers now. So he was just talking so much shit about Aaron Rodgers. So that was kind of fun to watch them go at it. Just running LA. I have an editor that works behind the scenes that cuts clips on my behalf. That's how he posts those clips for me on my stream. So that's how I post on Instagram at the same time as I'm streaming. So technically I'm not posting, but Chris is posting on my behalf. So shout out to Chris again, guys, who works very hard behind the scenes here, cutting clips, and there's a lot that kind of goes into it, you know? We also got Leo Poroy in the building. What's up, Leo? We got Mr. GRK Chef 13. We got the Sniper. Hey, Sniper. Good to see you, man.
And pinned him to win the Intercontinental title.
RTGR Jr. says, LMAO, your uncle was right about Rodgers. Oh, it gets intense, guys. It gets intense. People get really intense about who they like and who they don't like. It was very funny. I actually liked to egg my uncle on, to be honest. I would purposely compliment Aaron Rodgers just so that my uncle could go on a rant about it. And he didn't even realize that, like, he was so deep in the rant that he didn't even realize that, like, me and everybody else were just, like, egging him on.
Dominic Mysterio handed Penta his only singles loss in WWE. That happened Back the night after WrestleMania with the title on the line, thanks to the return.
I like
of JD
Dominic's
McDonough,
cowboy
helping Dominic keep
print.
the title that night. That's
It's
another
very,
thing that
very in
kicked off Finn
style
Balor.
with the
Nobody
cowboy
told
print.
Finn that JD was returning to WWE after that horrific injury.
John Taylor says that the wrestling fan uncle too. No, John, I'm Mexican. You know I got like 50 uncles. No, I got that's my Hawker's uncle, and then I have my wrestling uncle, and then a bunch of other ones.
Of course, with his dad, Rey Mysterio. And Penta now looking to build some momentum. There's the sling blade, and Penta looking to turn things around.
Yeah, that showboat
The sniper says Dom is getting over with the crowd. Getting over with the crowd is the best way organically. Never thought it'd happen, guys. Never thought it'd happen.
World champion in Impact, AAA Latin American champion, of course, numerous tag titles with his brother Ray Phoenix is over now on.
John Taylor says he has 3 uncles and 6 aunts. Not bad, not bad. Oh, let's see Penta going to the top. That's a good camera angle. Yeah. I wish they would have kept that lower angle the entire time because it made Penta look like he was even like really, really sky high. Really, really sky high.
It's clearly affecting Penta in a big way, immediately recoiling after connecting with that crossbody.
Again, champion's advantage. Penta has to pin or submit Dominic to win the title. Referee now on the count of 4.
John Taylor says one of his uncles is actually younger than him. Oh yeah, that's weird. It's weird. You're like, how are you my uncle? But yeah, it happens.
And for a man like Penta who flies around the ring weight, that cannot be good. Dominic with a great game plan tonight. What a kick right to the midsection by Dominic.
Yeah, I still have to go to the mall to go get my mom a gift.
And Penta not allowing the second of the 3 amigos
for Mother's Day and my grandma too.
Again, in position, stole this from his dad. 619 does it the
nope,
opposite side, however.
avoided it.
Penta was ready for it. Now Penta launching himself up over the top for the championship. Dominic at 2.
Crucifix pinned there from Penta, but again, Penta is writhing in agony. Take another look back at this high-risk offense. This vertical crossbody coming right down the throat of Dirty Dom, followed by this crucifix.
Shout out to K-Pop Lover. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sam Mack, thank you for also tuning in. Lennox. What's up, Lennox? Who else do we got in here that I haven't shouted out? I will get to you at some point if I haven't yet.
Just delivered Oblivion, which is won Liv Morgan championships in the past, and almost had Penta taken out. Remember, Liv's off doing a movie. Dominic obviously misses.
Yes, Liv is Hollywood. Love to see it, guys. Love to see it. I love seeing Liv get to do these really cool things, you know?
Or do you call her that? Big kick now.
Big G says, does Dom have any moves that are actually him? Oh no.
Dominic trying to fight back. Penta out to the apron. Been a great matchup. Very vocal crowd all night long. Dominic now on the apron. Penta able to counter momentarily. Catches Dom in the temple. Oh boy. Penta now. Oh, Mexican Destroyer on the apron. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, that's a complete killer blow there for Dominic Mysterio.
Well, I was wondering how long this was gonna take. This goofball Carlito now wandering out here.
Well, Dominic Mysterio needs all
wait, over here. Balor and JD McDonough just bounced over the barricade. The referee is with Carlito and...
Oh, what an excellent game plan.
Finn, what was Finn? What the hell was Finn waiting for? Finn took forever.
No.
And he got caught. Come on now. Balor had Penta dead to rights.
Oh, good. He's kicking them out. Get out of here, Judgment Day. We don't want you. Get out of here.
Finn Balor, he was trying his best as referees just raise a shot for once.
Oh, my God. JD McDonough's even upset with him. Whatever the plan was, it obviously backfired. And now Dominic Mysterio's left alone. And Penta.
Oh, over the referee. That was great. I like that he just went over the ref. It was great.
Well, Judgment Day wiped out. I think Finn Balor managed to get out of the way at the last second.
Megan says Liv being gone with the belt is effing ridiculous. She won't be gone too long, though. I thought she was going to be gone way longer, but it doesn't seem like it.
Closing in on his first singles championship in WWE. And Balor back out here again. I thought they sent him packing. Oh, hey!
Oh, there's the El Grande Americano. Oh my God, that was so lame. Oh God. Just like he hit him with that thing. I'm assuming he had the little thing in his mask again. But headbutted him. Dom hit the frog splash, and then gets the win here. Yeah, that was I would say the first two matches of the night were far stronger than this one. This one didn't necessarily come close to what the last matches of the show were. So far, this has been my least favorite match of the night. And so far, my most favorite match of the night has been Becky and Lyra. So that's where I'm at right now on that. Yeah, the sniper says Finn is so jealous. Oh yeah, he's like not having it that Dominic is the one with the gold. And yeah, no, definitely not having it with that.
Devastating headbutt that has taken out the likes of Ray Phoenix.
Well, the bottom line is Balor had to do something after he almost screwed things up for Mysterio. And then El Grande Americano shows up out of nowhere. And, you know, for Penta, this is insane, Wade. Penta, this was a 4-on-1 fight for Penta tonight.
Well, ultimately, the big victor,
Dominic Mysterio,
is the greatest luchador on planet Earth, Dirty Dom Mysterio, who retains the gold. Great job.
All right, so far all my predictions, guys, are correct on winners. So I'm very proud of myself. Yay, woo woo. Sick Boy said because women are money. Exactly. All right, let me get into the rest of the super chats that we have. Let's see, where are we at? We got John Taylor here who says, can't wait for the new Pope to tweet, I hate football when the Bears lose. That's hilarious. David Primero says, Penta's blue gear is too bright on TV, hurts my eyes. Oh no, I love it. I love the blue gear. Any variation of blue, just I feel looks even like a million times better. Tracy WV88 says, picture at Jeff Cobb and Bronson Reed, Team Meat Palooza. Tracy. Jeff Cobb and Bronson Reed in a match together, in a tag team, in anything, in any sort of realm, I will 100% be on board with that. 100%. Thank you, Tracy. We got David Primero here who says Dominic versus Penta is like Purple Cow versus Blue Beetle.
Can I bring an Old Spice Little Body?
You're like, what cartoon is this? Thank you, David. We got Bagel Gasquez. What's up, Bagel Gasquez? He says, I don't remember where I heard this idea first, but wouldn't it be cool if Abel fails his Money in the Bank qualifier, but El Grande Americano wins his? I feel like at some point they do kind of have to do some sort of trickery like that, because it would be something of like, okay, well, technically, I guess you can argue that he can do it, but then at the same time, you can argue that he can. So it would turn into a dilemma of can he or can he not do it, right? So I do feel like they could do something like that, and winning qualifier, I'm cool with that, you know? I feel like that would be something creative that they can do. Thank you so much, Bagel Gasquets, for that suggestion, as well as for the super chat. Very, very nice of you, and thank you so much for tuning in to the watch along. And yeah, I do hope that they do something like that. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be like this, but in any sort of like possibility to get them on Chad Gable and El Grande Americano in the exact same circuit. The War Raiders versus American Maids being announced for a Raw on Monday.
Monday night on Raw, live on Netflix. Rhea Ripley's back. And she's
Rhea Ripley's back. Oh yeah, we already knew this. Rhea and Io versus Julia and Roxanne. I'm really, really looking forward to this matchup, man.
And also live on Netflix from Louisville, Kentucky.
CM Punk is going to be on the show.
For the
Thank you so much, Bagel Gasquet. We got Chris Ludek here, DWO member for 19 months, says, I'm still surprised Becky didn't win the IC belt. Not me, Chris. Not me. I predicted this. Woo! Thank you, Chris. Okay, and they've officially announced Jey Uso and Logan Paul for Saturday night's main event. We got Andrew Cool here. It says, does DL Malal and People have a streaming platform? So you can watch their stuff in different ways. Actually, I think last time I was watching, I think it was on Max. I forget which platform, but if you turn on the VPN and change it to Mexico, was it Max? I forgot what streaming platform it was on. It was one of the streaming platforms that I like, that I already have. And all I did was change it to Mexico, and I was able to get the Triple A streaming feed for that. Let me remember which one it was, and as soon as I get that, I will tell you. But yeah, if you change it, if you have the VPN and you change it to Mexico, but I just forget which app it was because I freaking have all of them, so I don't even remember which one it is. But I will send that to you and let you know. But yeah, that was how I was able to watch last time. We got Chris Ludek here who says, are you still a fan of broccoli cheddar cheese soup at Panera? I haven't heard it in ages. Also, when is Finn kicked out of Judgment Day? I do love me some broccoli cheddar soup. I just haven't had any in a while, in a long time actually, but I do love it, man. So freaking good. And with the bread and everything, oh, so good. So good. Thank you, Chris.
McAfee.
Mike Centeni says, thank you as always to you and the women beside me. Thank you so much, Mike, for the love. Very cool of you. DWL member for 4 freaking months. Let's go, Mike. Thank you.
Gunther get away unpunished again.
All right. It looks like Gunther versus Pat McAfee is next. This one should be fun because we are wondering what the hell is going to happen here. Also,
the legacy
of
this great sport.
The other thing, while we were waiting for the show to commence, just want to let you guys know that over on Instagram, if you guys haven't followed me already, head on over to Instagram @ Denise Salcedo. I post a ton of daily pro wrestling content, interviews, reactions, memes, news content, basically everything that is pro wrestling related goes up on my Instagram @ Denise Salcedo. So please, if you guys can, go and check out the page and follow. If you guys do follow, please let me know and I will make sure to give you guys a shout out. So yeah, please do, guys. Again, that is @ Denise Salcedo. This is the QR code. I don't actually think you can even scan it, but at least you can see the username a lot bigger here on the screen. So yeah, please do if you can. It's a huge help and really means a lot. Go spam the post, give some likes, leave some comments. I will take it all. You can also find me on Facebook, where I'm also doing the exact same thing, posting a ton of content on there. This is my page on Facebook. Just search me up, Denise Salcedo. I'm right there. And yeah, please come through. Okay, I think y'all saw that. I'll promote again later on. I need to promote more, guys. I realize that I don't promote that much, so I'm trying to make sure that I actually do that for the most stuff. Sick Boy says, how close is Facebook being monetized, Denise? Oh, Facebook is being monetized. I'm good on Facebook. It's being monetized. We're okay. Oh, but if you're asking about my, by the way, Andrew Tam, I did not see a super chat from you, Andrew. Oh, wait, I'm so wrong. Oh, my gosh, I completely missed your super chat. I'm so sorry, Andrew. Thank you for letting me know.
I think there's a lot of people that have forgotten who the hell I am.
I missed it after, I think I missed 2, actually. David Primero, I also missed David, who says, hey, Denise, I wish we had more women's matches today. David, I'm so sorry. I missed this one, too. So my apologies on that. DWO member for 5 months, by the way. I'm always here for more women's matches. I'm actually going to be doing, for my Patreon, one of the first podcasts that I'm doing is actually a deep dive into the current state of women's wrestling. So I won't spoil anything on that end because I'm going to save that for the podcast. But that is something that I've been really feeling passionate about that I want to talk about. And okay, by the way, guys, that question that Andrew Cool sent in as well, it was Max. That's what I was trying to remember. So, 3Play Ave, you want to watch, let me go back to Andrew Cool here. So, Andrew Cool's super chat here. If you want to watch 3Play Ave, you can watch that over on Max Mexico. I was right on Max. And then also they post their TV shows on YouTube on a 2 to 3 week delay. So, that's another thing. Thank you, Andrew Cool. And then also the other one that I had missed was from Andrew Tam. So sorry, Andrew. He says, hey, Denise, you saw Thunder Rosa's new vlog on YouTube. It's Busted Open Party Mania weekend. You wearing a white dress. I actually did not see it just yet. I don't think that was me wearing the white dress because I didn't wear a white dress. I wore a purple dress, unless it looked white on camera. But my dress was purple with black. So I don't know, maybe you confused me with someone else, or if I looked like I was wearing a white dress. I'm not sure. I have to see the vlog myself. But I'm trying to remember if what appearance I might have made on her vlog, because we did the Busted Open party together, and we did the 2-hour Busted Open show together. But yeah, either way, it was probably me. It probably was me. But either way, Andrew, thank you so much, man, for the love, for the support, and thank you for for notifying me that I had missed your super chat. So sorry about that. And I'm just gonna go through everything, make sure I didn't miss anything else.
I'm going to apologize for 2 things tonight. One is
we got actually a few more here. This is from Mike Centeni, who says, thank you, and as always to you. Oh, I already read that one. I'm sorry. Stuart Bridgman says, let's go, Gunther, destroy that mouthpiece.
tonight.
Poor Pat McAfee is about to get hella chopped. David Primero says we need more women's matches on a PLE. Evolution 2, please. Dude, if they announce Evolution 2, I'm going to be so freaking happy. So freaking happy if they do. We got Day Day here who says, listening through AirPods at work wearing RKO shirt and my NFL team is Cowboys, so I get frustrated as well. And you're wonderful as always. Thank you so much, Day Day. And yeah, I think it's kind of fun to, you know, get really invested in something that you care about to generate that kind of reaction. And also thank you so much for listening, even though you're at work. Hopefully you're getting the results and everything just fine. Thank you, Day Day. We got Damon Gill here who says sending prayers to Pat McAfee. Get the flowers ready. Because we're about to rip Pat McAfee for sure.
He's going in there against a very
poor Pat. Oh man, I can't wait to see what they do here. This should hopefully be a fun one. I'm hoping that they at least have a fun match here. I want it to be like super sports entertainment shenanigans is what I want. Thank you, Damon. Don says, Wade looks like he's ready to jump in the ring. Probably seen Pat McAfee out there is giving him the itch, really. So funny. We got Todd Cribbs in here. What's up, Todd? Thank you so much for the love, man. We got Mike Rouse. Mike Rouse, how are you? So Denise, I found you on Facebook. Thank you so much, guys. Facebook actually really supporting on Facebook is huge because Facebook actually pays their creators very nicely when they do well. And so Facebook is actually my second highest monetized platform besides YouTube, believe it or not. It's literally YouTube, Facebook right behind it, which is insane to even think of. But so that's why I'm really focusing on growing my Facebook page as well. Like my Facebook page, Facebook pays me more than Instagram and TikTok combined, which is crazy because everyone thinks Facebook is dead. And they're putting I appreciate that they're putting effort into actually paying their creators for the content that they put up. Like, it's so freaking important. But I'm also really focusing on growing my Instagram and my TikTok because that's what brands care about. Like, brands do not care about Twitter. Brands do not care about Facebook. Brands care about Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So it's like a whole game that you have to play.
His career to get to this point.
John Taylor says Pat McAfee going to propose again be inducted into the Hall of Fame next year.
Athleticism in the ring. And
No!
Pat is in a tremendous shape and ready to go. Come on, Pat. Come on.
When it
That
comes
is
to Pat,
so
like you, I love
sad.
the loyalty, I love the bravery,
That's
I love
terrible.
the attitude, but I hate
Johnny
the
T says try a
chances
Facebook
of
watch
this
along perhaps. I
going
can't
remotely
because
well. It gives me no happiness to admit
Wait,
that.
what if Gunther takes him lightly?
whatchamacallit,
Copyright.
copyrights. I don't know that they allow audio from the shows on Facebook, and I don't want to risk it because Facebook is very strict. Very, very strict. And I'm scared to even try. Facebook scares the hell out of me. Jet Blackton says I don't like Pat or Gunther. I'm ready for blood.
At WrestleMania.
Well, that's not
Blood.
doing any favors right now, reminding and goading this big Austrian powerhouse, lighting that fuse inside the mind of Gunther. But sooner or later, there's going to be an explosion.
The points were
All right, here we go.
valid. I mean, at WrestleMania a year ago, couldn't get the job done against Sami Zayn, one of the biggest upsets in WrestleMania history. Same thing happened this year against Jey Uso because Gunther looked past both of those men, didn't take them seriously perhaps, and now just slinging Pat across the ring. And
Paul, you're absolutely right. Look, Gunther has had fewer than a handful of defeats in his entire time in WWE. You can pretty much space them out by about 12 months.
Adrian says, Denise is your favorite person to interview. Oh, shit. Probably Rhea Ripley. I love Rhea. I think she's so fun to talk to, but there's a lot of people, though. Like, a lot of people.
Gunther, who's now just brutalizing him here in the early going. And I don't know what, I know why Pat's in there. But
Pat acts first and thinks second. It's why he's been so successful in everything he's ever tried.
Until Louis says that has your chest been chopped bloody. Paul Morgan and Morgan.
went for the chop, and Pat able to.
John Taylor says Denise's income by platform, YouTube, Facebook, John Taylor, tout, Blue Chew. Yo, John Taylor is going to be pretty soon. It's going to be one YouTube, two John Taylor.
Gunther's just enjoying the sport of this right now. But
So
make no
funny.
mistake, tonight is not about
More
sport.
tout. We got to get
It's
tout
about
going.
soothing the damaged
Fred
ego.
Hockey, hey! He says, hey, Denise, I missed you last night for SmackDown. Yeah, man. I missed SmackDown to go to New Japan because I was trying to get that interview with Mercedes. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to spoil it. And I don't like to announce interviews before they even happen because I'm always afraid of like not delivering because you never know, right? You just never know. So I never announced until it happened. I knew I was gonna get Mina for sure because I had spoken to her about it. So I knew that was happening, but I wasn't entirely too sure about Mercedes. Oh no!
And again, you just see the inexperience.
Fell for a second, but he bounced right back up though. He got it. He got it. He got it. Oh, there's the chop that we've been waiting for. Yeah, and so the Mercedes one, I really wasn't too sure if it was going to happen or not, you know? So I was very thrilled when it did.
Yeah, and overzealousness is the way to put it. I mean,
Oh no, Kohan said Santi's stream died again. We back Plan B. Let's go, Plan B. Alive and here. What's up?
Pat, though.
That's so funny. Every time that happens, I should make a graphic, and I'm just going to put a Plan B graphic right here. Plan B. Let's go.
It's just bouncing off Gunther.
Oh, wait, he gave him a chop?
Another one.
Oh, dang. What? McAfee trying to give Gunther a little taste of his own medicine, but Gunther was like, nah, bro, we don't do it like this. What's up, James Sotelo? JJ Castillo says Denise went to like meeting Mercedes in person. She's lovely, very, very lovely. And she's very, very pretty, very, very pretty. Yeah, like very, very nice, very pretty. And I mean, granted, it was very, very quick, guys. So it was only less than 5 minutes because she had just done a full-on main event match. So you know how it is. So I was very thrilled that I was even able to get that slot, considering it was late. She had just done a match, but she still took the time to do the interview. So nothing but respect for that, man. J0 says need a good Plan B after all that Blue Chew.
Hit him and be done with
Oh man,
Just move on.
so
Know
funny.
if you should be talking back at Gunther at
I'm
this
not
point.
talking
This
back
is
to
what
him. I'm
Gunther's
telling him
in
to have
this
some mercy and just finish this thing.
Look, the aim of the game is to stay out of Gunther's way. Both you and McAfee have failed miserably at that, and these are the consequences.
On a shoulder tackle just drops.
You can
McAfee.
literally
Elbow,
see
back, on
Pat
right. Now
McAfee's
Pat with a
body
kick. Remember,
is
former
pink,
Pro Bowl
guys.
punter, kick
Look
to
at
the
him. The
spine.
man
Makes
is
Pat a bit
pink.
shocked as Gunther makes it back to his feet.
The
Pat breathing pretty heavy here. You would expect that. Snap there
moves
now.
and up
Gunther
are
with a kick
pink,
to the
and then
spine
his
of his own.
everything
I'll
else
tell you
is
right now,
white
you could be
from
a
the
top
from the
marathon runner, a
chops.
brilliant NFL player, a premiership
Oh no! Even
footballer.
his face is
You
turning
don't have
pink
the
from the
same
pain.
kind of in-ring
Come on,
win
Pat.
as
Come on,
Gunther
Pat.
has at this
Come on,
game.
Pat.
Oh my God! Look at Michael Cole. Michael Cole, you're the reason. Poor little Pat McAfee's in this situation.
Come on, dig down deep one time.
Anita says, "Oh my God, Pat's
Big blow.
chest
Come
is
on,
something
Pat.
else."
What do you got
Yeah,
left?
dude,
Come on,
he's
Pat.
feeling it right now.
Come on, Pat.
Pat, do not
Pat's
chop
on his
this
feet
man.
after
He's
the
gonna
chop.
chop
Pat
you
with
harder.
another one. Plants, McAfee. Cover him. Cover
Dude,
him.
he just fucking
No,
got him
you
with a
cover
boot to the face. Like, poor little Pat was trying so hard with his little chop. Gunther was just like, nah, here you go. It's so funny. I love that. Thank you for the love, Todd. Very kind of you. So funny. What's up, Ganji, Deep, Sing? Thank you so much for tuning in, too. Damon Gill says Pat hulking up.
Fans are all over him, Pat.
I don't even think he has the energy to hulk up right now. I really, really don't.
Why do you end the
What's
fight?
up, Brody
Just
Soto? Thank you for tuning in. Damon Gill.
Oh!
No, he did not.
Elbow Gunther up.
Here,
And a German
whatever
suplex release.
McAfee does
Things
to
are starting
Gunther,
to get ugly.
Gunther's going to return the favor a million times harder.
Just pin him. Can you end this thing, please?
I feel like
Gunther,
a
just
chop.
end the
He
damn
hits him with the
match.
chop.
The more
Gunther
you
hits
ask, the
chop
less
right back.
likely he
He
is to
slaps
do
him.
so, Cole.
Gunther
What
hits
has
him
he
with a
got
slap
going
right
on?
back.
Wait, he's already beat the hell out of the guy.
There's no winning for Pat McAfee
They can
whatsoever.
end it right here.
Making a point. He is beyond reproach from mere mortals on the death
no,
sledges, and here
not
we
this
go.
thing.
Leo Poroy says, "Upon
Fading
tell
out
Gunther's
back
future
to
by looking at
McAfee
Pat's
mercifully.
chest."
This one is on its
That's
way
so
to being
funny.
over. No.
Pat trying to fight out of this. Pat said he was trying to talk to some people about how to get out of this hole. Another German suplex to McAfee.
Jesus, now his back is red.
Okay, hit him.
Yikes.
1, 2, 3. Just end this thing. Just end it.
Cole, you're appealing.
Melissa Cabello, member for DWO for 21 months, says Pat McAfee versus Nigel McGuinness. Who wins? Pat McAfee. No, just kidding. I don't know, actually. Pat McAfee or Nigel? I mean, Nigel hasn't been too active, so it has to be Nigel because at the end of the day, he's the wrestler. So I guess I'll go with Nigel. Sorry, in my brain, I read that differently. First, I read that as, for whatever reason, I read it as Gunther and Nigel first. I don't know why.
You have to bite your tongue when you're in
The eight of
close
us together
proximity
says
to
he's
Gunther.
dead
End
already.
the match, Wade.
I
He
get
is.
it.
Not saying anything.
I get it. This has never been about the 1, 2, 3 for Gunther. He knows he's got that in the bag whenever he feels like it.
Hip Clip says,
This
Denise,
is
have you ever
now a
interviewed
public
Asuka? Just curious.
spectacle.
No, I'd love to, though. There's a lot of people that I would love to interview, but the opportunities never come about.
Come on,
So,
Pat.
you know, I try to make myself available to this
That's right.
stuff.
Pat trying
So
to
when
hang
it does
on.
happen, I get very excited.
Fans
But
coming to life
I'm
here.
down to
Pat
interview
trying to fit
anybody.
in this thing.
Anybody.
Elbow well placed. Here comes Pat. Come on, Pat. Little rally here. Little rally. You've been against the wall before. You've been against the wall before. Come on.
And Gunther's won. Come on, Pat.
Oh, no. He tried the. Oh, he landed on his feet. Landed on his feet.
Here comes McAfee.
Pat McAfee getting some fire back.
Come on. Do something here.
Oh, what? Giving a little kick to Gunther? One count.
Hey, Gunther quickly back to
Good,
his feet,
because, like,
McAfee's
he's
face.
Gunther, you know?
Pat McAfee has a
Fuck him up, Gunther. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Gunther. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Gunther. Fuck him up. Oh, that's what a real crowd would be chanting right now, let me tell you.
It was going to be a vicious fight. And now Gunther begging for more from Pat. And Pat delivering chop after chop. One by Gunther again. Pat still on his feet. How much does Pat have left? That was a big chop by Pat.
Dang, Gunther. I mean, Pat McAfee's brave. You got to hand him that.
Big right. Come on, Pat.
Well, Pat McAfee has already blown away expectations. Pat, you've already morally won this.
I completely agree.
Morally won this.
And McAfee's still in this, slugging it away with Gunther. McAfee may have the upper hand here.
And Gunther's covering up.
And Pat.
Oh my God!
Big kick. Gunther's in trouble again. McAfee again with a super kick.
Gunther's won. Finish the job, Pat.
Oh, caught. And now Gunther going for a powerbomb on McAfee.
Oh.
End the damn match. Just end it now. Enough of this. End the match.
Michael Cole, your fault.
You got us
going
beat.
to stress.
Well, Gunther getting wobbled there might be as good as it gets for McAfee. And now the torturous Boston Crab.
Pat, just tap out, bud.
Pat McAfee swore blind he would never tap out.
Oh no, guys! Never mind. Michael Cole, what are you gonna do? Michael Cole, what difference are you gonna make here? Legit. I guess he's working as a men's cheerleader.
The ring general Gunther transitions the hole and now staring into the eyes.
Pat, was Michael Cole worth all of this? That's the question. Was he worth all of this pain and endurance?
Cole, get the hell out of danger. Oh, God.
Oh, there goes Michael Cole.
Oh, my God. That is a 58-year-old man.
Oh, my God.
Get the hell off him, Gunther. The hell off
Chop him. How sad. I'm so mean. Stop.
Oh, my God.
I mean, if he's in there already, he might as well take a chop. Don't be teasing me. Might as well do it.
Scrabble out of there. As Gunther still in hot pursuit. Turns his back on Pat McAfee with the O'Connor roll.
Yo, I was about to say, what are we doing here? This better not be no crazy, crazy like win or something for Pat. That'd be insane.
Still in too close proximity to Gunther as this match continues.
Michael Cole, why is he standing like that? No. Yo, I was about to say, they better not think about doing some crazy shit like that where I would have been so upset if that they would have had pinned Gunther like that. Gunther, finish him off, bud. Come on, enough playing games. Finish off Pat McAfee already.
Once again, the class,
finish him off.
The strength of this
Come on, you got this. Do it already. End them.
There's simply no way I'll give up, Pat.
End him already. Oh no. No, they're not doing this whole bit.
The inevitable.
Yeah, please, just end it already. Come on.
Getting the hooks in deep. The fun is truly over. Pat McAfee.
Are they going to do the whole Pat never actually quit? Oh my God.
Oh, God, Pat.
This looks so corny.
Well, it's miraculous.
I'm sorry, I cannot find Pat McAfee hooking up like this. Please just end it, yo. This is looking cartoonish now. Come on now, this is Gunther now. End it. Okay. Let's say it ended. Oh my God. And no Goldberg? No Goldberg?
While Gunther beats Pat McAfee here at Backlash, which should come as a surprise to nobody. But the guts, the resolve, the effort from Pat McAfee is something I will be applauding until the end of my days. And even Gunther the indomitable force.
Interesting. Okay, well, there you have it. No Goldberg, none of that. At least not as of right now. I personally feel like the start of this match was entertaining with like Gunther hitting him with the chops and the boot and turning his chest red. And I think after that, they shouldn't have done the Michael Cole stuff. I feel like adding Michael Cole, like all of that kind of came a little corny. I think the ending, look, he didn't finish him off completely. I think the ending with Pat McAfee trying to Hulk up, I couldn't buy it, guys. I couldn't buy it. That looked a little too corny for me. I only liked the parts where Gunther was, chopping him, hitting him. That was fun. But I just could not buy that Pat McAfee would not be completely brutalized by this man, you know?
Wow. A rare show of respect.
And he was standing tall at the end of it.
Industry has ever seen. Pat McAfee, we are so proud of you.
I feel like
on how much abuse did Pat McAfee force himself through this agonizing Boston crowd? Desperately well done by Michael.
I don't even know. I feel like
to continue to talk. Michael Cole sometimes to get dragged into
I think it,
distraction, opening a brief window.
I don't even know what to say. It's just weird that Gunther is a scary kind of fella, and I don't feel like they kept that up for him today. At the end, Pat McAfee was still standing on his own 2 feet. I think the fact that Pat McAfee was even in this match should have been like the moral justification.
The eyes turning
you know,
to dark pits and finally getting thrown out. Pat McAfee, that was absolutely incredible. A well-deserved standing ovation for a man who performed above and beyond this evening at Backlash. Thank you, Pat McAfee.
That was interesting.
As we try and catch our breath here, let's go and take a special look at the new movie Karate Kid Legacy.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I can tell you, I was giving them the benefit of the doubt in this matchup, but I just don't like the way that this made Gunther look. Am I wrong? I feel like Gunther deserves better in that he, again, is one scary freaking dude, and I just don't feel like you should make Gunther not look like a threat. Like, that is his whole appeal. His whole appeal is that he's scary, guys. He's scary. That's Gunther's whole appeal. So it makes me feel like they kind of took a little bit away from that. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see what the comments are saying about this.
People.
Let's see. Melissa Cabello says, so far, 2 good matches, 2 bad matches. Nick Blue says, you're right. I kind of feel like this was a setup for Goldberg. Let's see. Tori Lynn says, stop being so perplexed about why he had a bad match. Who, Pat McAfee or Gunther? Because Gunther is not a bad wrestler at all. Bill Ritchie says, Gunther doesn't deserve anything. He's boring. I don't think Gunther's boring. I do not think Gunther's boring. I think that people think he's boring because of what they've had him do as of late. But I do not think Gunther is boring. Let's see what else we got here. We got Aaron Payne here who says Gunther deserves the better spot. Better opponent, excuse me. He is the best. Desi Baby says agree, and it makes 0 sense why Pat is the one being put over. Double S says I agree. That shit was whacked. David Zaldivar says worst match for Gunther. We got Garan Deep Sink says bad match. DJ says Gunther deserves his title back from the Heat Man. We got Christopher Turner who says, meant to tag you. Oh, wait. Sorry, that's not for me. Kevin Simpson says, you're not wrong. Makes Gunther look a bit weak. Louis says, Pat is going to be bruised for weeks like Logan always is.
Listen, I said this a couple of
Juan
weeks
Ortega
ago.
says,
I'm
Ring
not gonna
General
let a
should
guy
have
like
gone
Gunther,
full Death Rider and
stop
choked
me
out
from
Pat.
doing my job.
Choked
I've
out
got a
Pat
call,
with a
one of the biggest
bag.
main
Oh,
events
wow,
in
with
history
bag and
coming up,
everything.
so
Dang, that's
I'm gonna be here to do
savage.
my job, so let's get
That
to
is
work.
savage.
WWE is coming to LA
Let's see.
on Saturday,
We got
June
Steve
7th
OJ
with
here who says, you're not wrong, but
World's
Gunther
Pride.
lost
That's at
that
the
aura
Key of
when he
Four.
lost
Money
to
in the
Sammy.
Bank at the
I
Intuit Dome.
don't
Individual
feel
event
that way
tickets are
because
on
he
sale
shouldn't
now
lose his aura
via
after having had one of the
Ticketmaster.
longest Intercontinental Championship
There's gonna be
reigns of
plenty
all
to talk
time. If
about
anything, he
tonight
should
on
be
the
celebrated.
Backlash
It's not like Roman lost
kickoff
his
show
aura
here
after
in
he
St.
lost his
Louis.
title to Cody
Takes place
Rhodes.
immediately
I
following
think
an
that it was
upcoming
just the
main
way
event.
that I think it's
Of
the
course,
way that they've been
Triple H
booking
will
him.
be a part of that show.
Gunther's
You see some of
works
the other
in
stars
one
will be
particular
involved.
way,
Jack
and
and
that
Biggie
is
and
to be
Peter
dominant.
taking over the
Let's
festivities
see what
from
else
there
we
as
got
soon as
here.
our main event
Marshman96
is done.
says that was all underwhelming. Nick Blue says
Weekly
Gunther and
American
Jeff
Vodka
Cobb,
and
I want
WWE
it.
are proud to be
I
joined
do
tonight
too.
by Technical Sergeant
And
Michael
Robert
Perkins
McManus
of the
says
USO and Scott Air Force Base right
if
here
any
outside of
match
St.
ever
Louis.
called for a
Wheatley
squash,
raises
it
a
was
glass
Gunther
to
and
Technical
Pat.
Sergeant Perkins and all retired
Anita
active
Blackstone says,
members
has Gunther ever
of
gone
the
against
US
Nova Femi? If
military
not, bring him in and
for
start a storyline
your
and match with them.
service.
I would
On
love
the
to
top of
see
the
that.
night,
That'd be
we're gonna
fun.
show you some comparisons between 12
Adrian says
hot
that what are we
Cena
splitting up to for
and
DWO
Randy
Wolfpack? Dead. I should have
Combined
probably, I should
31
probably do that at some
world
point.
titles.
Let's see what else we got here.
Other championships,
Jose
both of
Alvarado
Money in
says
the Bank,
Pat's not a
both
regular
Royal
celebrity though. He's a
as
fan and has
well.
had
But
in-ring
tonight,
experience.
it is a
I get
rivalry
wanting more from
reborn.
Gunther, but it could have
Over
been a
2
lot
decades,
worse if it was
2
anyone
titles have
other than
defined
Pat.
era
That's
after
why
era.
I didn't
John
mind
Cena
the match in the
defended
first place, and that's why I liked the beginning of it. It was just the ending. The ending was very, very hard to buy. Very, very hard to buy. Brandon Hawkins says, I agree with you, Denise. It should have made him stronger. Let's see.
WWE Championship.
David Hall says Gunther defeated by White Steve Urkel. Oh God. Let's see. RK Shuttleworth says I don't know because although Gunther is presented as a monster, he is a human. He has weaknesses. Let's see. Six Maxwell says it's wrestling. You got to get through the goofy shit. Let's see. James Sotella says Gunther was a true champion. Get through some more comments here. Jet Blackson says it was very underwhelming, but what was the point here? We got through some more comments. Henry Kiernan believes Pat McAfee had way too much offense. And then Mike Parker Flux here who says, hopefully Gunther gets rewarded for doing this.
I have known you for 25
Let's see. We got Brad Smith says, not wrong at all. Still scratching my head from Mania when Uso won with his move in less than 10 seconds. Facts. All right. Yeah, that's true, actually. Let's see. We got Aaron Kane here who says Gunther has been booked poorly since he won the world title, deserves better opponents and a proper story. Brad Smith says, I'm with the squash. That is what I thought would happen. And then we got the Taylor Hahn here says, I think they haven't done a good job protecting Gunther after he won the world title. He felt like an afterthought since winning the title. Hold on, guys. I just need to text Alex something really quickly.
He's done it! The youngest 14th time world champion in history. Johnny is the 17th-time world champion. Randy Orton versus John Cena has become the rivalry.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Kevin Simpson who says such a quick show. Yeah, we're down to the main event. We're already promoting it, but yeah, I'm sorry. In my head, I wasn't ready for the main event already. Wow, this is a really fast show. Very, very fast show. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Max Payne who says us fans complain too much about everything. Leo Poroy says I don't mind it that much. To me, Gunther showed today that he can also be funny, like Kane back in the day was a scary monster, but he also had funny moments every now and then. We got DJ Mitch who says, Aaron, there are no wrestlers on Gunther's level. Let's see, we got Todd Cripps who says toilet bowl match of the night. And then let's see. Lewis says, does anyone else agree it's a 5-star match? All right, now let me go ahead and get into the super chats here. Let's see what everyone is saying here.
You're not going to ruin wrestling, not over my dead body. What I am trying to do.
1 second. I'm getting in. I'm trying to figure out where I left off.
3 generations of your family.
Okay, Dominic Cena says Plan A is back. Thank you, Dominic. John Taylor here says, was the Mercedes interview the one that you were sitting up emailing during the watch along when we made fun of your resting Lisa face? I was working on setting up 2 interviews, one of which did not pan out at all. So I think this one was the resting Lisa face. Yeah, I think this was the resting Lisa face for sure, John. Yeah. This was the resting Lisa face one. Thank you, John. Melissa Cabello says Pat McAfee versus... Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. Christopher Turner says, hey, Denise, hope you're well. I just picked up my girlfriend up from work and watched my Canes. What did I miss? Wow, what have you missed, Christopher? Jacob Fatu in the United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu retained. Fun matchup. Lyra and Becky, really good matchup. Lyra went over on Becky. Really great matchup there. Dominic defeated Penta with the help of El Grande Americano. And then we had the Pat McAfee Gunther match with Gunther defeating Pat McAfee via submission. And then, and then we're about to start this match right here. So that's where we're at the moment. And Christopher, thank you so much for the support, for the super chat. I'm doing well, and good job on picking up your girlfriend from work. And go enjoy yourselves, man. Go enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Christopher. We got John Taylor here who says it's a love story. Michael Cole, just say yes and throw in the towel. That's true. I'm surprised he didn't throw in the towel. I would have preferred a throw in the towel kind of bit. We got Infamous Raider Loco who says, Infamous Raider Loco, thank you for the super chat. Didn't write anything, but thank you. Stuart Bridgman says, losing to Jay is like barely beating Pat. Savage. Mike Parker Collect says, hopefully Gunther gets rewarded for doing this. Thank you, Mike. We got Dominic Cena who says, Roman did lose his aura. No more Bloodline or Wiseman anymore. I don't think Roman lost his aura. No, he's still Roman Reigns. When he walks out, everybody loses their minds. And when he's around, everything feels like a bigger deal. So I don't think Roman lost his aura. Thank you, Dominic. John Taylor says, DWO Wolfpack should be a Patreon tier. I know. To be honest, I was struggling with the Patreon tier names. I couldn't really decide on what to pick. Dominic Cena says, you think there would be a Bloodline Elite, a better NW... Hold on. You think there would be a Bloodline Elite, a better NWO Elite? I don't know what they're planning on doing with the Bloodline anymore. I'm not even sure if they're still the Bloodline 2.0 with like Solo and stuff. I guess they still are. They haven't really leaned into that anymore, but they officially always are because no matter what, they're part of the Bloodline. Double S Backlash. Oh, wait, Fat Flash. No wonder I'm up. Wait, why is it Fat Lash? I was trying to think. Why are they calling it Fat Lash? Sorry, guys, I don't have my glasses on, okay? Fat Flash. It is Fat Flash for sure. I'm actually gonna use that on my post show today. So I'm gonna seem all clever like I came up with that. Thank you, Double S. That's so funny. Joseph Bosa says, lol, it's a joke, Denise. It's 9:06 and it's already the main event. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it said Fat Lash. I'm so stupid. Oh, man. We got, what else do we got here? We got RSHR90. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Let's see. Thank you, Mike. He's been having a good time on the watch along. Thank you so much, man. I'm just here to entertain the people. BTW, we're down to the main event, guys. And then afterwards, I will be joined by Wheezy Blonde, and we're going to be doing a post-show review here. It'll be a good time. Oh, look how cute the little girl got her. Oh, she's on TV and she saw it. Has her little, my first WWE event with Randy sign. That's cute. I would have died if I came out on TV like that as a kid. I came out on TV 2 times as a fan, and I still have the clip of my very first time on TV. And you could barely even see me. And every time I see that clip, it just makes me so happy. Because to have those kinds of memories of yourself as a child,
The Undisputed
especially back in the day, like
title
we don't
match is
like
brought to you by
kids that were born before the phones and stuff. Like nowadays, parents document everything about their child. Us, if you're like around my age or older, we didn't have that. Like, we don't really have that. Like, sure, I have a bunch of baby pictures, but I don't have a video of every cute little thing I did as a baby because my mom didn't have a cell phone. So, you know, it's one of those things where you do treasure the few little videos and those kinds of things that you have if you're a little older and you didn't grow up in that era where everything you did was documented. So, yeah. So I think that's cool. Dan Lackby, thank you so much for checking out my interview with Mercedes Moné. Thank you, Dan. Tiger Claw says, my parents have my childhood documented. They call it a criminal record. Yo. Manuel says, back in my day. I busted a back in my day. Hoke says, Randy definitely got a super loud pop. Yep. TJ Mitch, just no Travis Scott ever again. Oh, I'm pretty sure we're going to get plenty of Travis Scott. Yeah. Megan says, you can barely see me, but you could absolutely see my CM Punk sucks sign. No, you had a CM Punk sucks sign? Oh, no. All right, here we go. John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. We got Christopher Turner who says Lyra over Becky. Wow, hopefully not a roll-up. I'll be on SmackDown Friday where Sting retired. Love my city. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad you're going to be on SmackDown on Friday, by the way. I hope they have a good show following Backlash, the Backlash from Backlash. So hopefully that should be a fun time, Christopher. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the super chat. And hell yeah, enjoy yourself at SmackDown. Big G says, I think R-Truth is going to interfere. Yo. Desi Baby says, not even going to lie, I've been so checked out on all the Cena stuff. I forgot for a sec he was the champ. Yeah, it's been what it is. Hair. Do I look too dark on camera, guys? Because the sun just like set and the whole room went dark. So I'm wondering if I should turn a light on or do I look like super emo? I'm not trying to look emo on this stream. You know what? I'm going to turn on the light because it's super dark and I'm starting to look emo. Yeah, okay. Emo niece is not, I'm no longer, oh wow, now it's so bright. Ooh, I can see the light. Wow. Now it's super bright. Everything looks so white to me. All right, cool.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Connor Tego says he looked like Pro Sting. I was in the Raptors. What is it, Raptors? Yeah, the Raptors. Raptors all dark and stuff. People wondering if I'm emo. What's going on with Denise? So funny.
Introducing first.
Desi Baby says he looked fine. Cena's the one glistening in the light.
From St. Louis,
Up North says emo niece. Yeah, that used to be my nickname actually in high school. Some kids used to call me emo niece. Legit, true story. True story. All right, let's see. Okay, question for the chat here. Do you think this match will be better, worse, or the same as Cody versus John Cena? Better, worse, or same? Send in your thoughts. Better, worse, same. Juan Ortega says, Crosting Denise is a Patreon tier. And all you get is a video of me sitting in the dark,
He is the
pondering.
last
Pondering my thoughts. All right. We got Steven says same. Melissa, same. Stuart says better. 100% can be worse. Eric says better. Yulisa says slightly better, but Cena's not taking bumps. Yugesh says same. Desi says same. Big G says same. Adrian says slightly better. Mike Centeni says you're Gucci Poochie. I'm actually emo, still at 32. B-day in a week. Hell yeah, Mike. You and I are around the same, practically the same age. Steve OJ says better. Let's see what else we got here. Don says, I have a retinal mask on right now looking like a ghost, but hey, gotta work on removing them wrinkles. Hey, I'm all about beauty care, Don, so I'm with you on that. I'm always, there's times where I'm working and wearing my mask, so I get it. Christopher Turner says, gotta be better. Up North says, can it be worse, really? Tiger Claw Gaming says, I'm thinking this will be worse. Cena and Orton never have good matches. J0 says better. No Cody. Double S says praying is better. Manuel says worse. Chad Blackson says significantly worse unless there's run-ins. Anita says better. Don says it's better be better. RSH says the only thing that would make it is better if the John didn't retire with the title. Our work says I never know what to think of a Cena match. Brad says better. Let's see. Robert says you look like a peach Crayola on camera. I don't know if to take that as a compliment or not. JV says it's better to be better, low bar clear. Mike says this will be mid at best. Steve Tar says better. Tracy says better, I hope. Dan says same. D. Tyler says upper same. Charles says better, I hope. All right, and that's kind of, it seems like everyone has hopes for it to be slightly better. All right, here we go. I feel like it has to be slightly better too, because I don't think it could be worse than anything we saw on whatchamacallit, WrestleMania.
You know,
Manuel says, y'all are being pretty optimistic. We're glass half full kind of people around here, okay? We're glass half full.
John Cena made it WrestleMania, 17th world title. Ric Flair, of course,
Nick Blue says Rock flies in on his jet, interferes, goes back to Hollywood.
Third on that list. Tied for third.
I love Randy's trunks today. Reminds me of Hot Cheetos. You know me, I love Hot Cheetos, so
a good chat with Randy Orton. We saw it on our pre-show. Randy Orton claims he's got at least 10 years.
Coca-Cola Man says, if Randy wins, I will donate. You look great. Love your excitement you have. Thank you so much, Coca-Cola Man. However, I don't think Randy's winning, though. I don't think he's winning here tonight, unfortunately. Just doesn't seem like that's the end of the story as John Cena as champion.
Maybe in the best shape of his life. And
He goes a poke in the eye.
oh,
Payback.
and official Chad Patton going to let a little bit go here tonight, as well he should.
And let me tell
Little
you, Cole, the
poke,
difference at
poke.
WrestleMania is that Cody Rhodes refused to take that.
Adrian
low
says
road
all
with
folks you
John
guys love
Cena.
Hot Cheetos.
It was too
That's a fact.
morally pure.
Yo, that's going to be part of my gimmick.
Randy Orton
La
historically
Toxica, and I'm
has
just going to
no
walk
issue
around with my Hot
whatsoever
Cheetos.
in taking whatever low road is available.
Look, I even have a prop already.
I like that for
The
Randy
gift
Orton.
coming to
And here's Cena
fruition.
now, back center of the ring. You know, for Randy Orton, I've said many, many times over the years, he has absolutely no absence
Double
of
SS
malice.
Takis better than Hot Cheetos. Hey, yo.
like
I love Takis, but like,
And
they ain't
despite
better than
his
Hot Cheetos,
growing
though.
popularity
With Hot
over the
Cheetos,
years,
I
he's
could
still
eat the whole
single
bag.
Randy Orton
Takis,
way.
I could eat like 5 or 10, and then my stomach starts to hurt.
Sometimes they love him, sometimes they hate him, but
But Hot
it
Cheeto
makes
fries,
him
though.
Randy Orton.
Hot Cheeto
Follow
fries,
those
I will
sadistic
F those
voices,
up.
turning him to the dark
I could eat the
side,
whole bag
and that
and
is a
then be in
massive
pain and
benefit
not
to
regret
Orton
it.
tonight if
Those
he
will
can
make your
throw
stomach hurt.
the so-called last
I love
real
that
He had a
person's
tremendous
John
sit-down
Cena
interview with
little
Randy on the
creation that they
Countdown
have in the
show,
front.
Very
It's like a
open,
little
lot of
movable
things to
poster
talk
board.
Yeah, and
Very
I'll tell you
cool.
right now, this is by far the most mature version of Randy Orton I have ever seen.
Oh,
Truly is in 2025
All right,
the
all right.
locker room leader that John Cena never was. during his time on top.
Well,
We got
I mean,
McTaro here who
better
says, I
than
hope
would
Randy
to
rips the
spend
title
time
off
in
of
the
Cena.
locker room,
If
but
Travis
I'm not sure
fucking
if I
Scott
agree with
comes
that
in, we
statement. I
fucking
think many
riot.
people
Says
believe Cena was a
McTaro.
locker room leader for much of his
Yeah,
career.
I just hope if Travis Scott does come out in this, that it's a million times better than Cody stuff. If he goes out there and walks so slow again, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Lose my mind, bro. Thank you, Victaro. Stuart Marchuli here says, more nervous for a Taylor or Rock interview? Me?
In fact, you would
If I got a Taylor Swift interview, I would drop dead on the floor. Rock, I wouldn't be nervous. I already asked Rock 2 questions. I was cool. Out chill. But Taylor, I would be crying, dying, dead in it. I would just be like losing it. I don't even think I'd get words out. Thank you, Steven.
Now John Cena's taking a stroll.
Manuel says, get ready to hear Fiend, Fiend, Fiend. Oh no, John's trying to walk away from Randy.
The absolute best, so he has to take these shortcuts on Randy Orton. He's saying, hell no, you ain't getting away that easy.
Yeah, Randy Orton is. He wants an
Oh, good. Yusef says Travis Scott is in Barcelona. He's not in the USA. Thank you, Yusef. I don't know Travis Scott's schedule or anything, so thank you for that. I actually feel a little better now. I can breathe. I feel like 20 pounds just got lifted off my shoulders.
Unfamiliar position of getting cheered when it always used to be Cena getting cheered when he faced Orton in the past.
Yeah, it's unadulterated at this point, and let me tell you, the entire locker room in WWE.
So, by the way, producer Andre from Busted Open says that Randy's trunks are his 2007-2009 design. That's no wonder I was looking at those and they look familiar to me.
Of this company,
so, just a heads up for anybody who didn't know or realize it.
Last real champion.
I love that people are always sending me fun facts. Thank you for that.
Still impressed with the shape that John's able to maintain with the schedule that he has. Dude, I can't lose a pound if I try.
Physically,
they really say that I can't lose a pound if I tried.
And he showed that he absolutely does not have that ring rust at WrestleMania.
Stuart Bridgman says Survivor Series 2021 last pay-per-view with no title change. Hey, yo, love that fun fact, man. I'm telling you. Hell yeah. I love stuff like that. Thank you for sending that in, Stuart. It's a really good one.
17,000 plus in St. Louis in unison, chanting along with Randy's punches.
Give him 20 more, please, Randy Orton. Cena now on jelly legs.
XM says, and by Barcelona, you mean St. Louis. God, I hope that.
Cover by Randy on Cena, and Cena kicks it too. Randy knew he wasn't going to pick up the win there. That was more psychological than anything else.
Well, that's the methodical pacing that has made Randy Orton one of the absolute greatest of all time. And now that carving stomp being targeted across the frame of John Cena.
I think we've named it the Orton stomp by now. And Wade,
I'm old school, pal.
You mentioned this, Wade, in the countdown, Sean. I thought it was really interesting, the methodical style of Randy Orton. That's the style that Cena worked against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and it really helped John in that matchup. But now he's in the match against a guy like Orton who does the same thing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Cody Rhodes is a much faster-paced superstar than
Hey, what's up, Robert Broisna? Thank you so much for tuning in. We also got Van76. We got JJ Castillo in the building.
The wheelhouse of the Viper Randy Orton, who looks a different class to the champ this evening.
I think I do think Backlash came a little soon, and also I don't really care about Saturday night's main event, to be honest. It's not, I've tuned into all of the recent iterations of it, and it's just not been like a must-see show, truth be told. So I'm like, I almost like don't even really count him. That kind of makes sense. I mean, it should obviously count, but like in my head, I'm kind of not, just because it doesn't really seem like a top priority for Saturday night's main event. At least not for me anymore. I think they could surprise me and switch things up, but it seems like a pretty like whatever's kind of show. What's up, Michael Caputo? Thank you so much for tuning in. Tyler Hunt says, I love how Fiend has become a PTSD trigger for us wrestling fans. Yo, for sure. If you want to get heel heat, go to a wrestling show and put the song on, and you will get massive heel heat. That's for sure. Don says, oh yes, Don reminds us that WrestleMania was so late this year, which is why Backlash feels like it came so quick. Exactly. Man, this really was Backlash. It came fast and it went by really fast. Fast slash.
John Cena, more like a chin lock applied here. Wrestling John down to the mat, now to one knee.
Randy's done a hell of a job of keeping his ego and his anger intact so far.
Oh, now John turns it around to a sleeper of his own. Now remember, this is Cena's first title defense since he won the.
We got John Taylor. That's fun fact. John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks.
Now John into one
Possible Wrestler says, what does he think about this match? It's been a match.
That back suplex brings both men down.
I honestly, I think it's moving a little bit better though than the Cody match right now. I will say that. I think it is slightly better than what we saw at the Mania match with Cody.
You know, Wade, we talked earlier. No one ever thought that.
Brent Hawkins says, Denise, fun fact, after tonight, we only have 23 more John Cena guaranteed appearances. Thank you, because I was losing track on that, Brent.
Now people are talking about the fact that nobody's ever going to get to 17.
Adrian says, fun fact, I'm winning that SummerSlam ticket. Hey, that reminds me, guys, if you want to enter to win the SummerSlam ticket giveaway, you can right now. The giveaway is open still. Actually, holy shit, it's only open for like 3 more days, I think. I think it closes May 12th. Oh, it's open for 2 more days, and then the winner's announced May 13th. I haven't promoted it that much, so if you enter, your chances are pretty damn good. But that's here on the channel. Find the video on here. It was not posted that long ago, and you can enter on the video.
And now John with the 5-knuckle shuffle across the forehead of Orton.
Hey, what's up, Harold Robinson? Thanks so much for tuning in.
Capable of tapping into that historical best, and here we go, goal.
Cena looking for an AA, and Orton who's able to slip out from behind. Randy now with the clothesline, and now Orton starting to pick up the pace. It is May. It is the final number of months in John Cena's legendary career. He wants to retire as champion. Orton has something to say about it tonight.
They're talking about tapping into historical best. Randy Orton doing what he does like nobody else.
And Cena's in trouble here. He's been in this position before. It's a draping DDT, but oh, Cena, great move. Cena rolling up Orton here. And again, these guys know each other so well, Wade.
Yeah, when you know the
now
greatest,
Cena looking for the SPFU.
Randy blocking it so well. Keep those hands where they are, Randy.
John trying to lock it in, but Randy Orton able to block at least momentarily. John's able to slip it in there, though. He doesn't have all of it. As Orton now tries to drag John to the ropes.
Yeah, Cena desperately trying.
Yeah, he's going to get it. Come on, Randy. You got this. Not that I'm expecting Randy to win by any means. Definitely not expecting that.
And drag Orton back toward the middle of the ring. Randy creates some space.
Simply got to stay away from the heaviest hitters, and here we go again.
And this time now, vintage Randy Orton with a draping DDT.
Hey, Frank Nut Founds, thank you so much for the love. That's so nice of you. Shout out to you and your dad. Thank you for supporting the content and for tuning into the stream. Hey, what's up, Manny? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Just a heads up, after this, I'm streaming with Wheezy to do the post show. So if you guys want to stick around and chat about the show, we will be doing that after this stream. We got Mike Parker Collects, who says Sports Center and Pat McAfee just has a huge collab post on IG. Pretty much explains the point of that match. Agree or not? Ooh, I haven't seen that yet, Mike. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'll have to look at that afterwards on Instagram. Thank you, Mike.
Attitude adjustment. Wait a minute.
Let's see. No, both men are down. Taking a time.
Okay. Well, figure this out.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I needed to see the replay.
And look at this. Right there.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm confused about right now. I'm like, wait a second. what happened there? So it was an altitude adjustment, but also an RKO. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was very, very cool. I'm glad they showed the replay of that because it was kind of missable the first time that they did it. Like, I didn't really notice that part of it. So I'm glad that they did the replay. Hey, what's up, Adrian? Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Watching these two do battle, and it just each and every time, it's just so blessed to be out here, Wade, to watch these two all-time greats go at each other.
Two most iconic professional wrestlers of this millennium.
And you share the ring with both of them. That's incredible. Oh!
Yeah, and I rarely had any form of success.
And but by John.
1A and 1B.
What's up, Jay Murdoch? Good to see you. Apparently he's in Europe is what someone in the chat said, but I don't know if that's true about Travis or not. I don't know his schedule.
17,000 plus have been invested. And not only, oh, wait a minute.
And he got it. Dude. I didn't really fight for that, to be honest. Get me to bite. Get me to bite. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to be convinced to bite into the moment. I don't think I'm there yet. Not yet. Not there yet.
I was going to say 17,000 invested in every move.
Tiger Claw says, "Wonder way how bad has it been? It hasn't been bad. It's been fun.
What has been an incredible show." We've had 3 title retentions so far tonight. Cena trying to make it 4. And now Randy Orton up on his shoulders again, able to use those long arms to hang on to the top rope. And the momentum now. This is wildly seen off the ropes again. There's another shoulder tackle to Randy.
There you go. Another RKO, but an actual RKO. RKO out of nowhere.
Rolling out of harm's way. Randy could not capitalize.
Oh, my God. John Cena picking up the pace on this one. Randy Orton with a desperation throw of the RKO. So much has been taken out of Orton, and he may have got a stinger at some point, trying to get some feeling back in the hands, grabbing the neck.
J-Rock Dog says, so no Goldberg tonight. Nope, definitely not. Lewis says, is Denise suggesting she isn't Travis Scott's biggest fan? So funny.
It's astounding they can still do this at the very top level.
It's been nearly 8.5 years.
Oh, it's going up.
The legend killer.
Here we go.
To be the goat killer.
Nope. He moved out the way.
Able to counter into another to retain. Hook of the leg.
Dude.
Wow, well, Randy Orton did promise us a couple of weeks ago he was going to connect with a punt to the skull of
Thank you so much, Hipcliff, for tuning in and hanging out. CG Time says this match is surprisingly decent. Yeah, it hasn't been bad, honestly. It's been fine. It's been, I think, what you would expect out of Randy and John Cena. Like, whatever you expected of John Cena and Randy, it's been what you would expect.
17,000 plus sold out.
What's up, Ulysses Pereira? Thank you so much for tuning in. Stewart says, shout out to Macho Man at ringside. I know, I was noticing him too. I literally noticed him like 3 times already on this show. What's up, David Hall? He says, Pat McAfee put up a good fight. Not really. Funny stuff.
The reaction of the WWE fans and Orton's hometown.
Manuel says, like they haven't already been fighting forever.
Randy Orton moves out of harm's way. Randy now went for an RKO.
Not a ref bump. No. Why do we always got to get a ref bump?
Yeah, that was a heavy landing for Chad Patton.
And now it's Chad down. Cena with a third AA delivered to Randy, but John is very well aware there's no official right now.
Yeah, how many times do you see people dive on a pin in that situation?
He's smiling. Oh, it's creepy. Oh, it's a creepy smile. Ugh. Like, oh, that was a very creepy smile.
John is staring down at the title. Remember what happened in WrestleMania?
I don't know how to. I'm trying to replicate it.
Pull the trigger.
That was creepy.
Well, you can go
But
as
he
low
likes
as
the
you
fact
want
the
at
ref
this
is down
point.
because he's going for the belt. Oh, he's going to try to do what he did to Cody.
Why?
That was the answer, history.
I mean,
You've already made history,
he
John.
made history. You didn't have to act like this.
Well, he's trying to own history. That's the
Everyone's
point.
predicting
That's why
Cody
he's
coming out right now.
with that championship and with the referee down. Randy Orton.
Nope, RKO. Another RKO out of nowhere. And the referee's alive. 1, 2, 2 it remains. I'm surprised people bought into that because I'm just not expecting John Cena to lose, you know?
And Cena is now reeling.
Well, a roller coaster. 60 seconds this was. Swinging back and forth. Both men looking to be closing in on the win. Randy's in a bad way, but I think John Cena is even worse off at this point.
Oh, Chad Patton, I'm not even sure he can breathe.
We got bullshit chants. Well, there was no bullshit.
Oh boy, get the hell out of the way, Wade.
Okay, setting up the commentary table for some action.
It was supposed to be targeted at Kevin Owens. It didn't just dissipate. It's remained and it's been refocused on John Cena.
What are you talking about? This man's had pent-up rage for 25 years. Randy Orton is in out. Cena now.
Another ref bump. Oh my God.
Over here. Chad went head first into the steps.
Chad Patton's done.
He's going to be out for a bit. His head hit the steel steps, bro. They got to send another ref out. He's done. He's cooked. He's ended. It's over for him. I swear. A little ref bump here, a little ref bump there, a little ref bump everywhere.
Just a step quicker tonight to beat Randy Orton to the punch.
He's got that look on his face.
Jesus.
So
Chet Blacksuit says, I never seen a ref hit the stairs. He might be dead.
Just the scowl and the disgusting look on
2 ref bumps. That's going to be the count for today. How many ref bumps can we actually get? Young Jay Knight says these refs are so fragile. Yeah, we want big time refs. Next round of refs should come in here with muscles and shit.
Look at this. Randy with an
Ooh, John Cena's back just looks painful. Anytime you go through a table like that. Did Cena just break the table afterwards?
John Cena
by like pushing the little thing? Louis here says Elmo should be the ref. Funny stuff.
You've already dodged danger once this evening.
Where do you want me to go? Randy now just dragging John Cena up, talking some trash as he's doing it.
But amidst this carnage, referee Chad Patton is down, and I assure you, he's not.
Dude, yeah, okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one to notice this. Rory Soto says Alameo Cena purposely breaking the table. Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe I just didn't see it because of the camera angle, but I did see John Cena just like swipe the little wall of the table and just like break it down. Stuart Bridgman predicts a match ending in a low blow. JJ Castillo says I missed the old announce table where it breaks easily. All right, let's see what Randy. We got a table. Screw the table. I want fire. Just kidding. Yuli says that's definitely better than the Cody match. See, I told y'all.
Randy Orton, he's setting up a table, Wade. Randy Orton is now setting up a table. I mean, he's already.
We got Raquel here who says, I have a feeling that the main event is going to be close, but Randy is going to win it. Really? I feel like this is very, I can't see Randy winning. I see John winning.
Referee's down. Take your chance. Make this a street fight.
Adrian says match ending with interference by Denise inside the prime. Good God Almighty! Good God Almighty!
Fighting back. Randy.
And now he put him through the table.
Randy Orton using John's offense against him.
He's dead already. Except this table actually broke on its own. Oh, no, he's drinking the prime. Spit it out, spit it out. Ah, they went to the replay.
The amount of energy
Did
he's
he spit it
exerted this evening, you
Or
can't
did he actually
blame him.
drink it?
John Cena likes banter right to this point.
I think he actually drank it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Prime is still a sponsor. You don't want to spit it out, right, I guess.
This has turned into an all-out street fight, an absolute brawl. Referee Chad Patton's been down for a number of minutes. He went head first into the steel steps.
Well, we need a contingency plan because this match is continuing.
Well, maybe General Manager
The crowd's definitely interested in this match. This is awesome chance.
Randy's not going to have a chance to win things if there's nobody to count.
Well, a tactic at that point do unlimited damage.
Dave Jordan says they broke Denise's table.
There's nothing stopping you. Guarantee victory.
And Randy Orton now is coiled and ready to strike John Cena. Trying to come to now. Trying to make it back to his feet. Orton is primed and ready. Randy Orton now. RKO.
Another RKO. I've lost track of how many RKOs he's hit. For sure, at least 2 now. No, 3? 3 RKOs, I think. Oh, referee finally got him. Wow.
Well, we've got another official in the ring.
We got Shane Davis who says rather eat dirt than drink Prime. KSHO says first table didn't break, so they did it again. You guessed that a few seconds ago they were chanting bullshit. They went from bullshit to this is awesome chants. So funny. What does Cena have? I think he has something in his hands. Is it the belt? I think it is the belt. Yep, it's the belt. Oh, got a third mother ref up. Randy just hit the RKO. Is getting a visual pin. Uno, dos, tres. He wins, but there's no ref to count it. Now, what's his face? Nick Aldis? Nick Aldis is out there. Trying to wake up the referee. You're telling me that's it? Those are the only referees you've got? No other referees? Put a damn referee shirt on and do the pin. Wow, Randy getting screwed right now, guys. Randy getting screwed. Bro, these shenanigans.
Get another referee, Nick.
How is there not another referee? Like, what are you telling me? Tyler Hahn says refs need to use Morgan and Morgan for and now, yeah, Randy's RKOing everybody. Shane Helms just got himself a RKO to Jamie Noble. Everybody got an RKO. There's like 10 RKOs in 30 seconds there. Megan says they all deserved it. Yeah, I agree. Stardust Acero here says shenanigans. Double S says $100 super chat. Denise puts on the Prime costume.
He had the title won in a number of times in this match. John Cena is defensive.
You get says you get an RKO, bro. You get an RKO. Dilara says who booked this crap? Both says 30 minutes of what'd you say? Of match for shenanigans.
Final legend to kill.
Homar says not the St. Louis screw job. Oh, this is our truth. Our truth. Oh, RKO for him too. So, like, what happened to the referee? Hello, okay.
No, I mean, all truth.
So, like,
alternative reality.
He did come out here because he's a fan of John's, but the problem now, off the low blow, Cena has the championship gold in hand again. Right off the
now let me guess, the referee is going to show up. He's just magically going to be there right now. Oh no, the original referee who was knocked down from the steel steps is back and alive. He's crawling. 1, 2, 3. Oh my Lord. Yeah. John Cena retains, and what was I don't even know what to describe what we just saw. A lot happened in there, guys. A good rip me trying to explain, run down the highlights of what happened in this match on the post show with no fucking notes. Rip me. Yeah, Omar Madueno says that was a lot. Literally. I'm gonna be like, shit happened. What happened on the phone? What happened on the match? Denise, describe it. Shit went down. Shit went down. All right, let's see if anything else happened. Manuel with the magic question of the night, though, was it better? Hey, even though there was a lot of craziness that went down, I still think it was better than what we saw with Cody and him at WrestleMania. So even with all of the crazy silliness, shenanigans, even with all of that, it was definitely better than what we saw with Cody at WrestleMania. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this was still better than, even though it was super overbooked, do you guys think that this was better than what you saw with Cody?
Well, Randy's going to suffer a lot of fines after.
RK Shuttleware says it was entertaining regardless of the cluster, I guess. Tiger Claw says it was literally just them doing their finishes for 30 minutes through. Let's see. JB from Georgia says it was better. I'd actually rewatch this. Chris Robinson says a very mid-match. Royce Pierce says definitely better than the Cody match. Plus Ultra Agent says better than Cena Cody. Dan Lugby says better. Lewis agrees. Prince says no, it's not better. Tabasco says they cooked. Raphael Smith says Orton got screwed. Wayne says better, but not by much. Kevin Simpson says much the same, maybe a bit better. Andrew Good here says it was better than the Cody match. Alonzo says it was better than Mania. Marky Dark says much better than the Cody match. T. Laura says watching today's reaction stream is better than actual pay-per-view events. Yo, in that case, I'm gonna be like, yo, send that Peacock contract over here. Let's see.
That was a great match.
Rafael Garcia says by a mile, but did our truth need to be there? Oh, here we go. We got a John Cena promo.
I don't need music. What I need is competition.
Okay. Okay. Is this opening the doors for someone to come out?
Need you.
Who's the competition? Now's the chance for someone to come out and be competition.
Because this is what the last real champion.
Cue someone's music. Who? Anybody? Anybody? No, I'm wrong. When he said he was looking for competition, I felt like it was a cool moment for maybe someone to come out, maybe. But it doesn't seem like it. Alrighty, guys, that was the end of, oh wait, they're still going. Never mind. The show is still going. Hold on, I'm gonna leave it. It's still going as of right now. Are y'all seeing it? It's still going? Unless it just like randomly rewinded or something. No, it's still going for me. Oh, that's right, because it's going to get into the press conference soon. So right now they just still have John Cena out there basically, you know, standing up with the championship and whatnot. So, okay. Well, with that being said, I'm about to wrap up the stream on the actual watch-along stream. Stay here because Wheezy's coming in and we're going to do our post show. So don't go anywhere. If you're in here, if you're here, just hang out and stay in here because we're going to talk about the actual show. Mad Ting says it's over for me on Netflix. Yeah, so on Peacock, they're still showing John Cena. Like, they haven't even moved over to the post show yet. So that's why I'm kind of still keeping it just in case he says something or does something. I'll still keep it up on here. So we'll see what we get. We got Sky Monk here who says, I'm at a basketball game and watch Backlash on my phone. You could probably just watch the highlights or something, honestly. Enjoy your basketball game. David Zaldivar says, I'm staying here, Denise, while watching UFC. Hell yeah, thank you so much. All right, so still nothing really. He's just standing there. And he's got this very quizzical look on his face. I agree with Maxwell, by the way, who says Lyra and Becky was the match of the night. Facts, I agree. Kevin Simpson says, really enjoyed your watch along. Thank you, Kevin. For those of you who are your first timers here, I'm usually here for all of the Raws, Dynamite, SmackDowns. Not next week, though, because next week's my birthday, so I'm going to be gone. And then, well, not next week, SmackDown. I will be here for the other shows, though. We're getting, thank you, Cena chants for Cena. He's looking at the title very, very hard, like he's pondering what he just went through right now. Which, I mean, he did kind of go through something, you know. He just went through his last match with a very, very long time opponent. Leopoldo says, how many RKOs did we get today? I stopped counting at like 4. We got, what, 3 or 4 ref bumps, I think? 3 or 4 ref bumps. I stopped counting RKOs at 3 to 4. I stopped counting AAs after like 3. 2 table spots, I believe. DJ Mitch says, John Cena is killing WWE. Well, he did say he was going to ruin professional wrestling. The man did not lie when he said that. All right, John Cena has officially walked off, so now the actual portion of this watch along is technically over. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream going for our post show with Wheezy Blonde, who will be joining us in a couple of minutes. I usually give my guests some time to actually, you know, take a second to get over here. So in the meantime, guys, please give some love over to our sponsor, Blue Chew, BlueChew.com. If you guys use Blue Chew, make sure you use that promo code Denise and let them know that you heard them. You heard about Blue Chew right here on this podcast. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Denise. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code Denise. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Alrighty, everyone. I'm still going to give Wheezy a few more minutes to get in here. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stall for some time and get into some of your guys' thoughts and what everyone is saying about or thinking about the show. And once Wheezy gets in here, we'll go ahead and start the actual post show. But let me see. We do got a couple of super chats in here that I need to get into. Mike Parker Collects here says, oh, wait, I already read this one. Megan Loves Professional Wrestling says, this was an excellent Monday Night Raw. Oh, no. Oh no. Actually, please guys, spam the chat with your grades for today on for Backlash A through F, A, B, C, D, F, whatever you guys think. Put it in the chat because I'm trying to get an idea as to what people felt about this show. We got Dominic Cena here who says, imagine you swap Travis with Truth at Mania, chef's kiss. I mean, look, it wouldn't, honestly, it might have been slightly better, but it still would have been like a what? Really? Okay. There was really no saving that anymore, to be honest. No saving that WrestleMania matchup. Thank you so much, Dominic Cena, for the super chat. All right, let me see what people's grades are here. We're kind of getting a really, really high mixture of what people are. Let's see. What do we got? We got JJ Castillo who says C+. We've got Joseph Bozo who says 7 out of 10. Becky and Lyra, match of the night. Aaron says, I really enjoyed the show up until the ending. We got Kyle Anthony who gives it a B. We got Infamous Raider Loco of 4 out of 5. Not bad. Suzuki says Gunther looks like a goof. We got Jose Levis Jr. who says D. Jolie is happy because our truth was on the show. Let's see what else we got here. We got... Let me see. We got Addie Carver who says A+, very generous. Luis Arturo Mendez says B+. Todd Cribs says Morgan and Morgan are from Florida. They are my attorneys. Yeah, Morgan and Morgan definitely got their money's worth. That's for sure. We got Manuel here who says C. We got I Like the Mouse that says B+. We got Six Maxwell here who says great stream tonight. Thank you so much, Maxwell. Jolie gives it a D. Nick Blue a B. Juan Ortega a D. Oh, this is all over the place. Anita Blackwell says C. Addie Carver says D. Lewis says Gunther versus Pat 5-star match. The rest was bad. What? You're wilding out here. Base Martian says C+. Jolie says 4 out of 10. Stardust Estero says B-. Matt 99 Rich says C. Start of the show was good, but slowly petered out. Let's see. We got Aaron B+, Eric Diaz C. Rody Soda says, I think a solid B. Sick Boy says C. Marcus Robinson Jr. says, I'll give it a C. We got a bunch of B's, some D's here. Oh, this is really all over the place, guys. All over the place. Let's see. We got Marcus Robinson Johnson, who says, didn't care for the last 2 matches at all. We got a super chat from Dan Jackson who says, Backlash was all right. Great watch along. Thank you, Dan. It completely flew by. I'll give you that match. We were laughing in the chat today, calling it Fast Slash because it did feel like it went by very, very fast. We got Suzuki here who says Becky and Lyra was the only straight up match without BS. Jay Murdoch gives it an A. Sask Rider C. Let's see. Robert Rodriguez says 5 out of 10. Jake Daniel says the start was an F and the end was an A. What? I see it the opposite. Okay, guys, we got Wheezy in here. Hey, girl, how are you?
Hello, good. How are you? What's going on?
Good. I'm so excited to get your thoughts on Backlash because just based off of like what everybody here in the chat is saying, it really feels like a mixed pool of takes and opinions here.
I'm curious too because I know what I think just in my own world. So when I start getting out and seeing what other people are thinking outside of what I am, it always kind of throws me. So
yeah, I feel
really
that.
What to expect.
I feel that. All right, let me get our little thing up here and let's start our super chat. I don't even know how to speak anymore, guys. I forgot how to talk
today.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is time to chat Backlash 2025. And we got myself, Denise Salcedo, and I am joined once again by none other than Wheezy Blonde. Good to have you back here on the channel. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for having me. I'm feeling really good about all of that, which I needed. So
Yes, yes. Well, okay, well, let's get to it. We got Backlash.
Go.
And I like, oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, I can start at the top of the show, I can start at the end of the show. But based off of like what I've been seeing from people's comments and whatnot, it feels like some people really like the show. Some people kind of had mixed feelings where they didn't really love it as much. I think for me, I felt really good about the start of the show. And then towards the end of the show, I started going, oh, this is totally going in so many different directions. Before we break it all down, for you as a whole, what did you think of Backlash?
Actually, as a whole, I really liked the entire thing, like from start to finish. I don't know that it continued on every match, and I was like, oh, this is different. Oh, this is different. Just because I feel like you go into these things and you hear multiple people saying different things and rumors, and I usually block that out. So I'm just kind of sitting there. Oh, no, I like this. I like the way. No, that I like the way this is going. Okay, there was only a few times in each match where I'm kind of, where is this happening? Especially the last one.
Yes. Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and get started there because if I wait any longer, I'm going to forget everything that just happened in that main event.
Let's do that one while it's fresh.
Yes, while it's fresh in my mind. After this, okay, so I have like a separate recording file where I like record my reactions and whatnot, and I usually start and stop like after every match. And when I looked at that recording for just the John Cena Randy stuff, like entrances, video package, the match, the aftermath, I think that file ended up being like 53 minutes.
Oh my gosh, you do it all at once?
Yeah, so all at once. And I was looking at that and I'm like, yo, like 53 minutes for just the John Cena Randy stuff. This is wild, right? So anyways, but this just kind of goes to show, I don't know how long the actual matchup was, but there was just a lot that went down in this. So going into this, the first thing that I had asked people during the live watch along was, do you think this match will be better, worse, or the exact same as what we saw at WrestleMania with Cody and with John? And everybody was basically expecting a slightly better match. I do think this match was a million times better than what we saw at WrestleMania. However, for me, Wheezy, it got to the point where there was so much shenanigans that I thought, oh my God, I kind of feel silly at some points because you already know what's going to happen. A lot of it feels really telegraphed, but what we got was a ton of finishers from both men, a bunch of AAs, a bunch of RKOs, table spots. We got three or four ref bumps. We got at one point the entire back office coming out there, and they're not being an additional referee. And Randy Orton gets screwed. He gets a visual pin on John Cena at one point, and there's no referee to count it there. I mean, I can't even tell you everything that happened in this match. There was so much, but John Cena, of course, retains his championship. God, I don't know. Wheezy, start wherever you want on your thoughts on this, and we'll just get to it.
I had a thought in the middle of the match and it was before the shenanigans happened. I didn't expect there to be that many shenanigans because my chat is going off being, oh yeah, this is a real wrestling match. They're taking it back old school. They're taking it back classic. And then it kept evolving. They're saying this for the first 20 minutes. And then suddenly, oh, they're doing finisher after finisher and they keep kicking out of it. Why does this keep happening? What do you think about all of these people kicking out of these finishers all the time? Don't you think it's too much anymore? And I'm kind of, yeah, but at the same time, okay, let's let them keep going. I didn't think that Randy and John would include that many shenanigans in their match. I didn't expect the announce table saw John going through an announce table, John going through a table, taking his own AA on an outside table. It was the kind of stuff that I like, just fun, kind of silly. I don't know. I didn't expect that from them in this being a last match between the two of them. And
yes, like they did a lot.
They did. The biggest thing, the actual thought I had in watching was there's no way that they'll have R-Truth involved in this. I really, as much of a bit as it's been for so long, I did not think that would actually happen. And then there he was. And I just, they're committing, they're doing it. There's so much. There's just so much. The only other, I had when all of the the back end came out. So you had Nick Aldis come out and Hurricane and all them. When I was like, what are you gonna do? Revive Eddie Arango? What are all of you doing out there? What is the purpose of this? I really was like, this is getting goofy. And then the purpose was to RKO all of them, and then I was fine with it. Like, oh, that's fine.
It was like select portions that you liked here and there.
Just fine.
So like I feel like the R-Truth stuff at that point, I just thought, okay, everybody and their mothers is coming out. Like this is kind of just super overbooked at this point. So I thought might as well have at it. I think they did the R-Truth stuff really to kind of just like pop the internet and pop the crowd and have the thing of like, oh, hey, R-Truth is out there. So it felt like just a little extra, a bonus on top of everything that they were already doing. But I really think that the part for me that took me out of it, because I did like the matchup for like from the beginning. Once like they started doing all that additional stuff, okay, that's when I started to lose interest, because once you don't have a referee out there and you're sending all of these people from the back and you're telling me there's not one other referee in the back, that was the part that I couldn't buy. And I'm like, I can't buy that. I just can't. Like, come on, don't be like jerking me around. I know for a fact that there's another referee back there. Just do it. So I think that part for me kind of got a little hokey, but I did like the stuff prior to all of the shenanigans that we saw unfold there. So with that being said, though, of course, John Cena remains afterwards. Oh, this is I'm curious to see your thoughts on this, because afterwards, John Cena cut a little bit of a promo and he starts talking about how he wants new challengers. So he's looking for a challenge. I thought that somebody was going to come out here. I thought something was going to happen, and then it didn't. Were you at all expecting that?
I was actually, I wanted to ask you if you thought that at some point somebody was going to come out. So I didn't. I actually held strong throughout the entire match that I didn't think anyone was going to be coming out or interfering or whatever. And then we got the, the credits up. You got, oh, Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting. And I said, oh yeah, nothing. And then it rolled over into his continuing to talk in the ring. And I went, oh, maybe, but I didn't know who, and then it didn't happen. So I still didn't anticipate it, but there's always that little bit of doubt when something like that happens and rolls into it. I really didn't think anybody was going to come out, but the entirety of the match, of the whole thing, did you think there might be some kind of interference or something like that?
There was one point where people were bringing up, oh, this is where Cody Rhodes is going to come out. And I started to go, I could kind of see that. I could kind of see Cody Rhodes coming out here. And I had actually, in my Backlash predictions, I thought Cody Rhodes was going to come out here tonight. And no Cody Rhodes, by the way. No Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, well, here's the reason. Let me explain why I thought Cody was going to come out. Because when I looked at this card, I thought, okay, very, very predictable. All of the winners to me were very predictable. In fact, every single person that I predicted would win tonight won tonight, including the Becky Lyra match. See, girl, that's what I'm saying. Like, predictable today. So, but also very nice to get the predictions right? Yeah,
because I never do. So
yeah, it's nice when it happens. It's really nice. So, but that, like, for me, I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, we're gonna kind of need some surprises, right? Something a little extra to happen. And I think for me, I wanted to know, okay, what is after this for John Cena, right? Like, when do we get back? I know we're not going to get back to Cody instantly, but when are we getting back to Cody? Who is that next person for John? When John said he was looking for a new challenge, I truthfully did not have an answer for him. I'm going, damn, bro, I'm wondering too. And I think that was part of the reason why I was kind of expecting Cody here. Only for that reason, the reason that I thought everything kind of felt too predictable and we needed a little bit of something noteworthy, heading into the pay-per-view. That's why I thought that.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
go ahead. You could.
Oh, no. You go for it. Go for it. You're good. You're good.
No, my thought process of it was just because my chat and I were discussing this, and with CM Punk having come back within 2 weeks after WrestleMania, and they're like, oh, Punk's back. Well, he was gone he had like a mini vacation. It's not like he was gone for a significant amount of time. So I figured, well, they'll have Cody gone for maybe a month or so, at least more, and then have him come back and it be a little more of a, oh, wow, there he is. But I agree with you on the point that now, okay, who is it going to be? We did see, and it could be just Punk being Punk, but he did post a Instagram story. He's at home in his living room taking pictures of the TV on his wall, and there was the caption of John saying something like, "I am the last real champion," or champion, and Punk or took a picture of it and put "for now." So I don't know.
That's good.
If that's where we're going, I don't know.
Look, you mentioning that, thank you so much, because I had not seen that on social media yet. Thank you. I'm like, thank you for that, because legit, I had no idea that this was, he had even posted this. So I'm looking at this as okay, if that is the case, great, because if you recall, after Elimination Chamber, CM Punk was one of the ones who actually called out John Cena. Remember when he did that promo on Raw, and he had said, it was the one where he called The Rock a bald fraud.
The big bald fraud. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
He had also mentioned John Cena during that. So
Yes,
I'm looking at this and going, okay, if we need something big, like here's the thing. I think someone said there's 23 dates left with John Cena, and there's not that many. So if you do want to knock out certain feuds, you're going to kind of have to get to them pretty fast. John Cena, CM Punk, they have a storied history, and that is one of those feuds that I've seen a lot of people want to resurface that.
Do you think we're done with Orton Cena? You think that was it?
I think this has to be it. Yeah. Even though Randy got screwed, Randy could use this maybe for later. I just don't know. Even if they did decide to run it back, I don't know that I have a desire to see it again. I was fine knowing that this was the last time.
I think this is a fitting ending for them. I do. I think it's a fitting ending for them with all of with everything that happened. You can't do something with that much in it and then be like, oh, let's go again.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some of these super chats, and then we'll continue with the rest of the show. We got Dominic Cena here, who says Backlash 2025 is better than Mania 40. JK, but better than 41. I was about to say 40. You meant to say 41, bro. I even thought I read your super chat wrong. Thank you, Dominic. We got Bailey Darley here with a very generous super chat. Bailey, thank you so much. He says Backlash was better than the main event. Backlash was better than main event. I loved everything and really hope a rematch happens. I didn't expect Lyra to retain, and I'm excited for Jacob's face turn. So Bailey, you got a lot of really good stuff in here. I want to dive into the Lyra Valkyria Becky Lynch match, because that was the one that I had really hoped that Lyra would win, but I knew I was kind of risking it, right? I had said, okay, Lyra's my pick, but I was also thinking, I'm probably going to be wrong in this pick here. So when Lyra did get the victory, I was so happy. It just felt right. What I loved about this was that this was a wrestling match. They went in there and they worked so beautifully with each other. And my favorite part in this was when Becky got really nasty with Lyra, when she started slapping her a bunch of times. And at one point, she's just smashing her head into the mat. Oh, I loved that part. And there was just so much nice back and forth between both of them that I thought they did a really good job wrestling-wise, knocked it out. Then when Lyra got the win and she got it fast, it was one of those things where I almost wasn't sure if I even saw the 3 count. And then when I realized that it really was a 3 count, I was so thrilled. And so the aftermath, though, was Becky going in and attacking Lyra and everybody running out there and trying to stop her here. So 2 things. How did you feel about Lyra winning this? And then the follow-up question is about Bailey. Were you expecting Bailey at all during this?
How I feel about Lyra winning is that I love it, because going into WrestleMania, I wasn't super hot on it because they didn't even have the IC title match on the card. It felt like Lyra wasn't doing anything. And then when they introduced Becky, it was like, oh, okay. And then that continued to elevate it and it continued to get better. So with Lyra winning, I think Becky made her look really, really, helped her make her look really strong. She's been really strong in her promos on the television shows the last couple weeks. And just in this match in general, all of the reversals and just all of the counters and just things that she was doing with her made her look awesome. So I think it's great that she gets to retain it and kind of keep building on that. As if she's going to look strong now, she might as well keep holding on to the title rather than just dropping it to Becky and trying to get it back. What was the second? Was the second part?
Oh, and Bailey coming back.
Bailey coming back. I'm one of those people that I didn't see it happening, but I was open to the possibility of it. I didn't think that it would. But I was kind of
I mean, here's the thing though. If it did though, I would be, it feels weird. Okay, so I don't know. Ask me if I'm wrong here because I'm not sure. It kind of feels weird because even though she attacked Bayley and Bayley is out the door, it doesn't feel like even though Bayley has a reason to come in here and get her revenge on Becky Lynch for what she did, it doesn't feel like that's the story because we know the story is between Becky and Lyra. So it's like this weird mix where Bayley is part of the story, but she's also not.
I think she could be at some point. The thing that I feel like I took away from the match, especially in Becky's frustration, when she went out to go get the chair, it became the thing that I said was, okay, this isn't about the title for Becky. This isn't, she didn't care. She went and grabbed that chair. She doesn't care if she is holding the Intercontinental title or not. She's got someone else in Lyra that is out wrestling her, that's making her look bad. Becky's not able to be big time Bex and just easily take her down. Lyra's kicking out of everything. She's countering everything. Becky's having to throw everything that she possibly can in order to keep her down, and she's not able to. So for me, it feels more like this is a Becky just trying to prove her place rather than trying to capture another title. And I think I think Bayley might be able to weave her way into that because of that particular piece. Like, let Lyra and Becky, have this, but then Bayley can kind of insert herself and be like, hey, actually, I'm here too, and I'm one of the greatest, and let me show you what I can do. So I hope that at some point is what happens.
So, okay, you mentioned something that I thought was very, very key in there. You said that you felt Becky is trying to prove her place. Like, it's not just about her beating Lyra, but her trying to prove her dominance, that, she's the top competitor here, that she's the better Irish girl, whatever you want to see it, right? Now, Lyra has officially defeated Becky Lynch 2 times on NXT and here for championships as well. So, I mean, when she challenged for him, when she retained. So now, if you recall, back in her last Raw promo, she had told Becky, I know that someday, or I want to be a better person than you, but I already know that I'm a better wrestler than you. And now she's got 2 wins to prove that. And I kind of want to see, which we did kind of see today. I want to see Becky Lynch spiral. And her attack and the way she reacted afterwards to Lyra is showing us that she's doing just that, she's spiraling.
She was. Her eyes were wide, and she's just like running her hands through her hair, and she's just absolutely losing it. And then, pummeling into Lyra after the match is even over, just because of that frustration of like, oh, well, I'm still going to wail on you. I don't really care if the match is over. Like, it's way more personal. It's way more her fighting not only with Lyra, but I think with herself. So makes sense to me.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of this. This was my match of the night. Wheezy, I don't know if this was your match of the night, but I'm
having a hard time deciding. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what is.
Wait, so which one is your second option or your tied option?
Honestly, and it's for specific reasons. Like, I understand. Like, you have to understand with me, it's not always like the technical standpoint. It is Gunther and Pat solely because I know you probably thought no, solely because of investment in it. My reaction to it being, I thought it was really great. I liked the chemistry that they had, and Gunther it was good.
Okay. We're gonna have some interesting thoughts here because I felt a little bit differently about it, but I can't wait to get into that. Bailey, thank you so much for your generous super chat. We got Bailey Darley, who also says Backlash was better than WrestleMania. It's hard to say because there was just so much more with WrestleMania. So I really can't. I don't feel confident agreeing.
It's such a different thing.
So much. Yes.
This was such a shorter show. It's building off of stuff that happened at Mania. It's just different.
I feel you. We got Uncle Donk here who says, was Lyra selling her nose at the end, or was she hurt for real? The female IC match was second to the main. I give the whole show a 3.5 out of 5. Main event 4 out of 5. That's too bad, actually, Uncle Donk. I feel like that's a fine little rating there. And I think I would hope that she was just selling. I hope she's not like seriously hurt or anything like that. But given the fact that those 2 girls, the way that they went for it, I wouldn't, obviously in situations like that, you can get hurt. But no, I'm hoping that she was just selling and all of that. What do you think, Wheezy?
I hope she was selling. That person was from my chat. Hi, Donk. And I had just mentioned, well, there's no blood or anything. It's hard. It's really hard to say until you get like confirmation, but I hope she was okay.
We got Dominic Cena here who says, Wheezy Blonde, I now introduce you to the one and only Plan B. So we were talking about this. We made a joke. I make very inappropriate jokes all the time.
Oh, I'm used to that. That's fine.
So unfortunately, Santi was having trouble with his stream, and I'm sure you saw some people like hopping in. And so when people came into my stream, they were like, "Oh, Denise, you're a backup for me," and I'm like, "Let's go! I'm your Plan B. Come on!" So now I'm writing with the Plan B nickname.
I love that. I usually am like, "Oh, great! I have custody for today. I get to be the babysitter for right now." Awesome.
Yes.
Great. Welcome in.
Take it while you can. We got Toby here who says, took my brother to the show who hasn't watched in like 10 years. Last time he watched it with Cena, Randy for every show, had a great time, and Jacob Fatu blew his mind. Isn't that funny how like time just shit happens during time? I don't know what to say, but Jacob Fatu, though, blowing his mind. I love that because Jacob Fatu is incredibly over. So let's get into that, Wheezy, because I love this match. This was my second favorite match of the night, was this one here, this Fatal 4-Way. And I was thrilled with this because it gave me everything that I wanted. I wanted to see Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre have their moment in this matchup. We continue to see Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre continue their whole feud. They had a whole big, like, they basically went off and had their own match, their own thing by the end of it. And so it really just left Fatu and LA Knight. So Fatu, though, gets help by Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, as LA Knight was going to the top rope, and he had set up Jacob Fatu there on the commentary table, but Solo Sikoa came out and dragged him out. And at first I'm already thinking like, dang, Jacob Fatu's not going to like that. He's made it very clear he does not like having Solo Sikoa's help. But then he had some additional help from none other than debuting Jeff Cobb, and I am so happy Jeff Cobb is in WWE. Dude has worked so hard. I am very happy for him. So let's talk about this match. How did you feel about what you saw? Favorite parts, and how do you feel about the direction in which they're headed?
I feel like it delivered on every level that I wanted it to. Like you were saying, I was expecting and hoping for more continuation between Damian and Drew, or at least some kind of callback to it. And for me, I am a certified, first of all, I love Drew McIntyre, but on stream and in watching, he sucks and he's a crybaby. So I loved that he got screwed over again by Damian Paul. Oh, his chef's kiss. It was amazing. Loved that. But watching Jacob just annihilate, I really loved, and I was hoping that would be the case and that he would retain solely because of how charismatic he is and how over he is with the crowd. I didn't think that his reign should end just yet. So I like how especially Damian and Drew were able to just kind of go. I hope that Drew is okay. But how they went off and, ended themselves and then allowed LA and Jacob to finish everything up and have everything else happen with Solo interfering and Jeff debuting. Did they say Jeff's name? Because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening to commentary. Did they
that's a great question. I was yelling his name out at the top of my lungs, so I almost feel like I was the one saying his name. I can't confidently say that commentary said his name. I can't confidently say that only because I was talking over the commentary.
I think they did, because I think I said it and then like immediately, my chat. Okay, they did at the same time. They did. So they did introduce him as Jeff Cobb. So I did not see that happening.
I'm glad that he's here, because anybody who's seen Jeff Cobb before, they know, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. I learned literally yesterday.
Don't worry. So let me tell you right now, this guy is, I think the thing that's going to get over most with him is that his size and the power that he's able to do. Like, he's really good, in my opinion, at like the power movement, like the power move set. But here's the thing is that even though he's like a big guy, he can work with pretty much any single wrestler that you see him with. So I feel like him joining this whole story, like, it's perfect. Like I'm
Yeah.
already dream scene and dream booking or whatever, fantasizing. Oh, fantasizing sounds a little too strong. But I already want to see, don't take that the wrong way.
I
already
won't, but
wanna
I can't
see-
tell anyone else not to. Just the internet, babes. They're gonna.
But Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb, we know that's going to happen. That's inevitable at this point because it was clear that Fatu did not know that Solo Sikoa had struck this deal with Jeff Cobb. So already there's going to be some tension there. However, it's interesting because how do you think the dynamic is going to work here? Because lately we've been seeing Solo Sikoa take a step back. He went from being the leader to now being in the shadows of Fatu. Now, Jeff Cobb is a strong performer. He's a strong wrestler. Do you think he falls to the shadows of Jeff Cobb, or do you think Jeff Cobb and him complement each other? Or like, what are the dynamics there? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like in not knowing a lot about Jeff, just on what I've looked up and what you've told me, I'm wondering if Solo is bringing him in to have someone underneath him again, you know, because he's lost. The other two aren't even there really ever now, so he's bringing in someone that's similar in being strong, you know, underneath Solo, and maybe that kind of helps him elevate himself or makes himself feel more important again. I don't know, because I do feel like Solo has kind of fallen to the wayside because of Jacob. Jacob's yelling over him and talking over him and telling him that stop talking. We don't need a game plan. What are you talking about? Like, I'm just going to yell at you. And Solo is threatened by that. So I don't really know what role Jeff will play unless it's just Solo not being confident in him being able to run the roost himself, and he always needs someone directly underneath him as a lackey to help. And how long, if that is the case, how long will Jeff be willing to do that? What will be the thing that drives him to not? Is Solo going to end up all by himself? There's a lot of directions I think that it could probably go.
So here's what I'm thinking. I hate to say this, but I think there's another scenario where we see the exact same thing happen that happened with Jacob Fatu and Solo, where Jeff Cobb kind of outshines Solo Sikoa. Now, I feel like Jacob Fatu still has a lot more of that, like, personality and that intensity than Jeff Cobb.
Juke it in the middle of the ring, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But Jeff Cobb is still a very, imposing figure, and he's had a lot more experience. So I do think there's a world where Solo kind of falls to the wayside to Jeff Cobb as well. Because even just like the visual today, I've seen Solo and Jeff Cobb standing there. Instantly, I'm like, all right, Fatu, Jeff Cobb, and someone in my chat was like Bronson Reed, Jeff Cobb, and that was kind of similar to when Jacob Fatu came in here. We were like Jacob Fatu, this person, that person, and so it's one of those situations where I do think that Jeff Cobb might once again, kind of outshine Solo Sikoa a little bit, but we'll see. I guess it all depends on how they play that whole thing out. But I'm excited about Babyface Fatu. I am here for that.
I am too. I got my title right here.
Hey!
My baby Mattel title. I'll guess no breaks.
Thank you, Toby. We got Well-Rounded Leo who says, this is awesome. It's becoming an overused chant. Sometimes, I do have to agree. There's times where people are chanting awesome, and I'm like, is it awesome though? I don't know. We got Luis Arturo Mendez who says, I think the historic rivalry between Cena and Orton may be comparable to Chivas and America or Boston and LA. That's true. I mean, you either pick one side or the other. So, Luis, you're probably onto something there. Thank you so much, Luis. We got a very, very kind super chat by John Taylor. John, you didn't have to, man, but thank you so freaking much. He says, when Wheezy shows up, so does the DWO. Wheezy, I just want to let you know that your hard work is seen and appreciated, and is always a treat to see you join Denise on a post show. My Backlash grade was a solid C. Lyra Becky was great. Gunther Pat McAfee wasn't. Lol.
I expect to be the unpopular. It's fine. I know what I am.
It's usually me. Don't worry. It's usually me. Okay. So with that
Thank
being
you,
said,
John. Thank you.
John, that's incredible, man. Wheezy, I was gonna say, by the way, everyone loved having you on the Raw show the day you filled in for Santi, and people were like, "Hey, Denise, we need you to bring Wheezy on more." And I was already thinking about bringing you on for Backlash, but seeing the people say they wanted you to hop on to the post shows made me obviously, like reassurance and all of that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. It's fun talking with you about it.
Let's go. All right. Well, let's get into Gunther, Pat McAfee in that case. You ready? Let's do this. All right. I was like, do we want the positive review? Okay, my review's not horrible.
You're not going to be, yeah.
It's not horrible. Okay, let me just explain here.
I would like to hear what you have to say because since we see it in probably different ways, I really do. What you got?
All right. So when everybody was shitting on when this match was made, because there was a lot of people that were like, what the F? They really did Gunther and Pat McAfee. And I kept saying, look, guys, Pat McAfee, first of all, killed it on those promos. Great. But Pat McAfee has wrestled before and it's been entertaining. I have not hated Pat McAfee in a matchup. I really haven't. Like, I've been enjoying the guy. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the commentary, everything. I'm a fan. Now, the appeal to me for this match was to see Gunther go in there and just chop Pat McAfee. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. A very simple girl. It's all I wanted was for him to go out there, chop Pat McAfee, and, call it a day, try to see him go at it. And hey, maybe Goldberg comes out, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But I was expecting Gunther to kill Pat McAfee. We were making rip jokes, all of that. So he goes out there, and you do see that for the majority of the match, right? Like the top of the match, you're seeing, anytime Gunther would, anytime Pat McAfee would try to chop Gunther would get him with the chop back. If Pat McAfee slapped Gunther would get him with the slap back. My favorite part was when Pat McAfee went in and chopped Gunther, and Gunther was like, nah, here's a big boot for you, and took him out, right? All of that I enjoyed. The part where I started to lose interest was when they involved Michael Cole. From that point on, the match completely fell down for me. It was climbing, and it just went straight down. Once Michael Cole got involved, I'm like, oh no, this is just gonna be corny. And I'm thinking, all right, chop Michael Cole. That's it. That's all I'm gonna redeem this. Didn't happen. Of course, I get it. He's older. It's fine. But then the part where I just couldn't, and I just told myself, just end it already, just end this damn match already, was at the end when they had Pat McAfee trying to hulk up when he was being choked out by Gunther. I thought to myself, yo, this is looking hella corny. I cannot buy this. I cannot buy Pat McAfee trying to hulk up. I'm sorry, Wheezy. I just could not buy this. I'm a Pat McAfee fan. This was not it for me. I was out by this point.
I understand. I do. I understand. It was hard to believe. I get it. I know. I think I just really like corny. I think I just like corny. I know because it was, well, what, that's the thing is it was very obvious to me in the match that Pat was Pat and he hung in there, but he did what he could. And Gunther, I don't believe Gunther didn't take it easy on him whatsoever. Like you said, Pat did one chop and he's like, no, keep going. I think he let Pat do it like 3 times before Gunther just was like, bam, like, okay, like, let me get you a little adrenaline going before I knock you on your ass. But I think I'm just I like corny. I just was so much more focused on the corny soap opera, Michael Cole getting up and being like, get up, Pat, because I was saying, Cole, get in there. I was like, Cole, get in there, cause a DQ, which I thought was possible. Apparently it wasn't because it didn't happen. And then what happened. The rallying of the hulking up and him getting choked out and lifting up his arm. I understand. I understand that point. I think I also just focus on from a perspective of listening also to Pat just talking to Stephanie on Stephanie's Places, and he has such a respect for the business. It's something he wanted to do. He completely is aware and knows that he does not belong in there, that he should not be, and that they give him the opportunity to do it. And he goes in and he takes it seriously. And if someone like Gunther is willing to do that with him and help him, I just have a massive respect for it where I'm just kind of okay with it. I liked that it happened. Pat's gonna be really sore. But it was hokey, it was corny.
What did you think when Pat McAfee stood up at the end and still had that little stare down with Gunther?
You know, I really didn't think about that until you just said it. That it's interesting that Pat is able to do that, but to me, it was Gunther just giving a nod, I think. Giving a nod of, all right, you did it. Okay. Do you think that maybe that is going to be turning Gunther in a different direction? Do you think maybe Gunther's not quite going to be an asshole?
My thought on this was they made Gunther look weak. That was my honest thought.
Damn it.
I thought they made him look weak by having him not be able to easily defeat a guy who is not a full-time wrestler. Yes, he has the wrestling match experience and all of that, but Pat McAfee is not a full-time wrestler.
Right.
So having Gunther not be able to easily defeat him, not be able to finish him off and leave him there on the mat, that to me took away from Gunther. And Gunther's appeal, Gunther's aura, in my opinion, comes from the dominance. Dominant Gunther is what I love. That's the appeal for me. And so seeing them kind of chip away at that, I was not a fan of that. I'm like, yo, I get what they were trying to do because I get what their perspective was. And I think that's part. I think this is why you liked it because Pat McAfee, he went through hell, right? Like he did go through hell. He went through hell and he still stood up. Right. And so I think people can be like resonating with that by saying, damn, like he went through it, but he still stood up. Like you weren't able to kill his spirit because from the Pat McAfee promos, we can tell that he has a lot of spirit and you weren't able to kill that by having him standing strong and all of that. So on that side of it, great. I love that for Pat McAfee. I don't love that for Gunther though. I don't love that for him. For him, I felt like he had to kind of finish off Pat McAfee there and like go. And then mind you, Pat McAfee didn't even tap. He didn't even tap. They protected Pat McAfee more in this match than they did Gunther.
Okay. Yes. But I really do think, because I've kind of said this a couple times since WrestleMania, I almost feel like that's the point. I think if they're going to do that, now is the time, because he did tap out at Mania. I mean, almost instantly. That wasn't even 10 seconds before he lost at Mania. And I said that happened because I felt like in the lead up to the match with Jay, Gunther really had lost his confidence. He didn't seem, it's like it was this false bravado of, oh, I have to show you how tough I am by making Jimmy Uso bleed and do all these theatrics to make you believe how tough I am, rather than just being like the badass tough guy. And he's like faking it. So losing at WrestleMania like that, and then having this happen, okay, maybe he has lost a step. So where do they go from here? Because he's not going to be able to just be that badass. I don't think that he's going to be able to do that. It did make him look weaker. So now what? Like, who's going to step in? Where does he turn now? Not Goldberg, clearly. Thank God. The hell people we're talking about. So it makes me interested to see what happens next. But you did. You're absolutely right. It shouldn't have. That shouldn't have been able to happen, but it did.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know when they're gonna get to this Goldberg Gunther stuff, because I mean, like, it's happening, right? Like we're all gonna see that, like, at some point, unless they make some crazy decision or something. But I mean, they've already practically announced it without making it official. But John, thank you so much for your generous super chat. Very kind of you to show support. Ryan Soley here says, hey, Denise and Wheezy, Alex just asked Jacob Fatu a question at the presser. So happy she's representing you at the PLE. Cheers to you. Yay. So happy. I've been texting back and forth with Alex, Queen of the Ring. And I'm just so thrilled that she's out there to represent this brand. And that was one of the things that I was like really proud of, Wheezy, because this show today, all of my Backlash coverage is completely female oriented. I have you on, I have Alex out there. And it was, to me, it was a big deal to be able to send Alex there because, first of all, like, just being able to send somebody out it makes it makes the brand feel more legit, you know. I know that there's people. I know. I'm gonna be a little cocky right now. I know that there are. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. You know what? I'm gonna keep it to myself. I was about to say something and then I took it back.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I know. Okay. Look, I sent Alex out there. I'm very, very proud of that. And I know that there are brands that are bigger than mine that can't even do that for their own people. So for me to be able to do that makes me fucking proud. And that's why I was like, should I say it or should I not say it? You know,
no, you should pat yourself on the back and hype yourself up, because I am a firm believer if you don't do it for yourself, like nobody else is going to do it. Like, you should be proud of that. That's awesome. And I'm glad that you sent her, because she's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah,
she's so good at what
she really
does.
is.
She's a great person. And thank you for giving us, you know, we all look up to you, not to deter, but we all look up to you. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving us a space, because it's hard out here. So we appreciate it.
It's freaking brutal out here, like Olivia Rodrigo says. All right, it's brutal out here. Ryan, thank you so much for the love. We got Bob Ross Jr. who says the Becky Hogan crowd at now. The Becky Hogan. Because Becky lost to Lyra. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because everybody was saying that she's Hogan because she never puts anyone over, etc., etc. That's the argument that the Becky Hogan crowd says. We got Dominic Cena here who says, is Jacob a tweener for hating match interferences? No. I mean, he's definitely, I think he's a babyface. Like, he's been feeling like a babyface now for weeks, because he's over. He's getting a babyface reaction. And he's the babyface for not wanting for someone to interfere in his match. So I don't even see him as a tweener. I see him as a babyface already.
He gets mad. He gets big mad whenever Solo interferes with anything.
Yes. We got JJ Castillo here who says, Wheezy back for the post show. This show was overall good. Wheezy, I want to get your thoughts on WWE doing 2 PLEs in a month. Is it too much with storylines being rushed to have filler matches?
Oh, that's a loaded question, because my immediate response wants to be, yes, it's too much. I do. And it's not even so much just because it feels rushed. It's just, does it need to be a PLE? Does it have to be that? It just felt like a really quick turnover after WrestleMania. I thought maybe I'd like at least like 4 weeks in between, but I think that's the point of Backlash. It's the point of Backlash. I don't remember what's happening with next month, because don't we have
a Saturday night's main event happening May 24th. And then at the end of June, we have a Night of Champions. And then after that, wait, I'm sorry. When is the Money in the Bank? Is it June or July?
I think is that
June, right?
7th?
June 7th. Okay, so then I'm wrong. I'm skipping one. So it's Saturday night's main event, the 24th. Then early June is Money in the Bank, and then late June is Night of Champions. Sorry, I tend to confuse June and July. This is a thing I do. So
that's a lot.
My whole life, I've been confusing June and July. It's the same month to me, okay?
Well, so far, I think, like, as far as like building wise and storyline wise and match wise, and it's been fine. I think that they've done a really great job of keeping up with it. I think it's selfishly me, just as someone that does this and watches and consumes wrestling. It's a lot. It's just a lot to have it that often.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't even know what to say. It is what it is, I guess. I think someone brought up a good point earlier saying that, WrestleMania was a little later this year. So then having Backlash right afterwards, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it did come pretty fast. But thank you so much, JJ Castillo. We got Mike Parker Collects here who says, good on Becky for putting Lyra over. I'd like to see new players in the women's intercontinental title picture now with the fresh call-ups. For sure. And I still think that they're going to do a lot more with Becky and Lyra, which is great because Lyra is 100% benefiting from this. Thank you, Mike. We got Bailey Darley here who says, I hope Kyrie or Asuka return to face Lyra. Would love to see those matches, man. 100% agree with that. Thank you, Bailey. We got Sheldon Jackson who says, Denise is officially now the Plan B pillow princess.
Good
you
Lord.
threw a fast ball. I had to swing, Denise. So just to bring you into the lore, Wheezy, I'm also pillow princess here. And do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Because when I was called a pillow princess for the first time, I was like, what are you talking about, pillow princess? Now I'm fully educated on what a pillow princess is, and I own it.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's fine. Hate it. Whatever.
We got Bob Ross Jr. who says, I've seen enough. CM Punk is dethroning John Cena. I hope so, man.
I hope
I'm
so
here for
too.
that.
I'll die.
Dominic Cena says Solo needs his NXT aura back. He had it for a bit. They rushed his NXT time. Honestly, they really did. We got David here who says, I was at Backlash. Oh my God, that was amazing. Hey, yo, David, I'm glad you had a great time at the show, man. That's what matters because you paid your cold hard cash to go there. So I'm glad you got your money's worth. We got Gio here who says, I thought you were doing the review show with Carmen Petrovic, aka the Kill Bill chick. Good compliment, though.
I've heard everything. I've heard that one. I've heard Charlotte Flair, Sol Ruka. I mean, name a blonde. I've heard
hair today.
The hair with
Sol Ruka vibes.
It upped it up. I'd gotten it before, but the hair really upped it the last week.
I love that. It's all great compliments, honestly. Thank you, Gio. We got Dominic Cena here who says, John Taylor, let me hold $1. Also, I think the reason Solo is being outshined is because of the dad bod he has, unlike when he was in NXT. What? I did not notice the dad bod. I'm sorry. I did not notice that. Thank you, Dominic. We got the Jam 39 here who says Cena and R-Truth's friendship are over.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Did you see what they're saying?
What did I miss now? On social media too?
Press conference.
Oh, okay.
Something happened between them.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. I'm like trying to catch up with everything. Thank you, Champ 39. Bailey Darley here says R-Truth went through the table at a press conference.
Yeah,
oh, my God. Okay.
There it is.
Thank you for that, guys. We got Ryan Sully here who says R-Truth just interrupted John Cena at the presser. Cena ate him through the presser table. Is R-Truth Cena's match at Saturday night's main event? Cheers. Hey, yo, if it's going to happen on any show, it might as well happen at Saturday night's main event. That might get more people to tune in because I was looking at Saturday. I'm not going to watch Saturday night's main event live this year. I'm going to a birthday party. And I'm like, it doesn't really feel like a show that I should be watching live. No offense, Saturday.
I didn't. The last one, actually, I didn't either. I was also at like a birthday party.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like a must, like you have to miss out on whatever you're doing. Thank you, Ryan. We got David Primero here who says Backlash is all over the place. I'm scared of the next PLE Saturday night's main event, especially Money in the Bank. What do you think? Not sure what to expect. I think they are missing something. I don't know. I feel like if you're a fan of the John Cena stuff, then you're rolling with it. If you're not, then you are missing something because it's not for you. Like for me, the John Cena stuff, it's just not for me. It's just not what I'm interested in right now. And I didn't even realize it. I was giving it a chance after Elimination Chamber. I was excited about it. And then today I was hit with the cold hard truth that, damn, I don't think I'm that invested right now.
That's such a good way to put it. I always try to find a good way for people that talk to me about certain things that they're not really into. And I never want to tell someone like, oh, there's obviously nothing wrong with you not being into something, but just saying that like, oh, it's not for me. That's a really good way to word it. I'm going to steal that.
Take it. We got Bailey Darley here who says, are you going to Money in the Bank, Denise, since it's in your hometown? I haven't decided. Again, I might just do the media side of it, guys, and just stick around and do my watch-alongs. Again, I prefer to do the watch-alongs because I'm able to see better than sitting in the press box. Truth be told, that's my honest opinion.
Absolutely.
And that's just how it is. You know, you've been in the press box and
you miss everything. You can't analyze it properly because you're up. I'm so sorry to be, but like,
no, you're good.
You can't analyze it properly because you can't hear commentary. You miss key things that happen. You can't see everything. What's the point?
And that's how I kind of felt about it. Yeah. And so I feel like unless you like kind of see that, you don't really realize it until you do. But yeah, I prefer to watch the show comfortably. Thank you, Bailey. We got Uncle Donk here who says Pat versus Gunther was a typical underdog story. Obviously, Pat wasn't going to win, but in the end, the crowd was really entertained. What does this match do to Gunther's image? I see Gunther being drafted to SmackDown. Some fresh news from some fresh new opponents. SmackDown has a lot of people that I would love to see mix it up with Gunther. I would love to see him and Jacob Fatu. I'd love to see him and Jeff Cobb. Oh shit, now all I want to do is see Gunther on SmackDown. But then again, we don't know when the draft's happening and what the plans are and who's going to bounce back and forth. But yeah, there's still a lot of, I think for me, I'm still freaking waiting for that Gunther Ludwig storyline. Like that never happened.
You know, we're not pulling the trigger on a lot of things that I feel like should have been already, or even breakups. There's just a lot of things I feel like are kind of like just hanging in the rafters, like waiting to be plucked. Are we going to do it or not?
Exactly. All right. So BTW, there's only one match we haven't gotten into. Thank you so much, Uncle Donk. And that, my friends, is Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. This match was just there for me. At this point, it was the third match of the night, and I was thinking, this is the weakest match of the night so far because we had that really good women's match right before it, and then we had a really good opener with the Fatal 4-Way. So I was looking at this and going, I'm not really that interested in it. But El Grande Americano comes in, headbutts Penta. He's wearing that thing that he's been putting in his mask the last couple of weeks. And so Dominic Mysterio hits a frog splash, retains his Intercontinental Championship. It was what it was. Did this blow you away at all?
No, it didn't. I was really happy with the outcome. The things that popped me the most, honestly, were just Finn getting taken out. There were a couple of the Penta friggin' jumping over the referee and onto
yes,
the rest of they're still Judgment Day out on the outside of the ring. But Dominic looked great. They had they had a couple cool, great sequences between the two of them. But overall, I mean, it was what it was. El Grande Americano, we don't have any like clear direction of what's really happening with him or that. So I'm just kind of in limbo with it of, okay, well, cool, Dom's still champion, love that. But as far as everything else, I'm just gonna sit back and waiting to see what happens with it.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew Dominic was gonna win, straightforward. I was just kind of hoping for a better matchup, but it was fine. It was just what it was. There wasn't anything too crazy, but and we didn't even get many super chats about it.
No, the only thing I did want to say about it is because I have been the person hoping and waiting at some point that Finn Balor was gonna do something, to interfere with Dominic or cost Dominic something. And the only thing was, okay, again, waiting in the rafters as they're leaving. I noticed Finn like looking, he's looking back. He's like not really excited. And he kind of kept glancing down at the title. So, okay, is it actually going to happen at some point? Like, what is going to be the tipping point where it actually happens?
There's a lot of breakups that I feel have been at that tipping point and just haven't happened. And that is one of those.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, and that's one to wait for on Monday Night Raw. We got Hallie Potter here who says, Denise hosting with So Ruka. Congrats, girl. I told you I was a big So Ruka fan. I booked her, guys. Thank you, Howie.
I wish I was that athletic.
Imagine out here busting soul snatchers.
Oh, I wish.
We got Lennox Coleman who says, who will face John Cena for the title next? Oh, I don't know. I mean, someone threw out R-Truth for Saturday night's main event.
That really might happen.
It might. You never know.
Happen, yeah.
It feels really open-ended right now as to who will be next. Thank you, Lennox. I wish I had a better answer for you, man. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, I have a feeling that Hollywood Trick Williams is dethroning Joe Hendry at Battleground. Bro, you and me, I'm with you on this. I have a feeling Joe Hendry's I have a feeling Trick Williams might actually become NXT champion. TNA champion at NXT Battleground. And I actually kind of think Jordan Grace might even defeat Stephanie Vaquera. That's where I'm at right now with that. So we'll see. Thank you, Bob Ross. We got the Champ 39 who says, I want to give a shout out to Wheezy. It's great to see you team up with Denise, and I hope there would be more collaborations in the near future. Hell yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Champ 39.
Shucks.
We got Dominic Cena here who says, for sponsors, we're brought to you by our super chats. Yeah, for real. 100%. Thank you so much, Dominic Cena. All right, so I'm officially all caught up with everything, and I think we're pretty much wrapping up our show here today. Before we go, of course, I want to give Wheezy the floor to promote her stuff and let people know where they can support her and support her content and all of that.
I am currently really trying to focus on growing my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Wheezy Blonde at Wheezy Blonde. I do stream there every Monday, Friday. I'm going to be incorporating some more in real life streams. I work at conventions and I go to different wrestling shows trying to work on interviewing more fans and getting more fan interaction in real time. And I also have an Instagram channel. That is where I post most of my reactions and a bunch of silly stuff. That's where you can keep updated with me the most. And I do have a Twitch, twitch.tv/WheezyBlonde. I live stream there as well. Experimenting with a lot of different things at the moment, just trying to find my place and what I enjoy the most. I've never really been super analytical. So I like meeting people like Denise and certain other people that I can actually talk about wrestling with and have a discussion and it be like productive. So Thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being nice to me too.
Well, you're killing it, honestly. And that's the thing. Like, I'm going to post all of the what else? I was going to say all of the descriptions. I'm going to post all of the links in the description box below where you guys can support Wheezy and check out her work and all of that. As for me, if you're already here on the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, daily pro wrestling content. I uploaded 2 interviews today, one with Mercedes Moné, if you guys want to check that one out, and then also Mina Shirakawa. Check those out. I'm trying to post content each and every single day. It's a lot, but it's going up. So all of those, and then all of these social medias, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, @ Denise Salcedo. That's a wrap for us here today. Thank you guys so freaking much, and enjoy your Mother's Day weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye, everyone.